I'm unmuted. Greg, could you aim your camera down just a little bit? Or raise yourself up? Please.
No, that's the lowest it goes on top of my TV.
Okay. Alrighty. So, welcome everybody to D&D Play 20. We are a live streaming platform or show featuring us playing live D&D games. If you like Dungeons and Dragons, hopefully you'll like us. You'll see past our faults. You are about to watch another exciting episode of Dragons of Winter Storm. But did you know D&D Play 20 is 100% supported by viewers like you who subscribe to our channel and purchase advantages which determine the success of our players when rolling? Also, as followers, you join our Pantheon and earn points watching us live, points that you can use to purchase gifts for the characters in our games. How can you beat that? So thank you all for what you do, and please join our Discord to learn how you can take part in some of our games too. And now to fill you in on what has gone before. Drum roll, please. Wow, don't everybody jump at once for that drum roll. It started in another world. A world where our heroes were able to save a town from the cult followers of dragons, only to eventually witness that town being destroyed by 4 of the vicious dragons, who very nearly killed the heroes themselves. And then, when all seemed lost, each of our characters woke, only to find that it had all been a dream or a vision. Each had experienced it at different times in their lives, and none of them were sure any of it had actually taken place, until years later when the power of prophecy finally brought them all together. All were the same as they were in the vision, all except one. Caius had been a strange reptilian being in the vision, but in their natural world, the world of Eredor, he was a turtle. But each of our heroes were hunted, their families murdered, and the world of Eredor soon discovered that it had its own dragons who wished to destroy all of civilization. An army of shadow dragons attacked and destroyed the elven kingdom of Melanador, leaving Sildana and her people without a home and without a king. All was not lost, however. As the elven people became refugees and fled to the dwarven kingdom of Isaacus Courageous, the last of the prophets, an old sickly man named Lazarus, revealed a prophecy that offered salvation, and it seemed the members of the party were called upon by the prophecy to save the world against the foul dragons. Already, our heroes have managed to unleash magic back into the world, and they gained possession of an egg containing an unborn god of winds, a discovery that transformed all elves into fabulous winged warriors. And finally, aboard the airship of Rome the Gnome, they arrived at the Island of Eagles, where Penbear last saw his people, the Solitude Firbolgs, only to discover they were gone. Their village was nearly destroyed, and Penbear, upon investigating, found it was currently occupied by 6 gray-skinned gnomes. These were not the nice gnomes like Rome Skylorn, who enjoyed pleasant conversation, good food, and a great story. These were the dirty, nasty, muddy, deep gnomes, who had not been seen for close to 50 years, and who had once served the Queen of Dragons, Amalindis. Penbear, a skilled druid, took the form of a wolf to sneak close and spy upon the invaders of his village, hoping to garner a clue as to where his people had gone. And that is where we begin, as you, Penbear, hide in the shadows of a damaged hut, examining your surroundings and watching closely as two deep gnomes stand within 20 feet of your position. They have not seen you. High above, a giant eagle screeches, and the gnomes look up, complain about the large birds, and then go about their business, which, it seems, amounts to very little. One of them pulls a piece of jerky out of a pocket, brushes off the lint, and starts gnawing at the dried meat. The other watches him, and then looks up at the circling eagle and says something in gnome and shakes his head. Even from where you are, you can hear his stomach growl in response. And that is where we begin, as Penbear, in wolf form, is standing in the shadows of a hut. Now, this hut is severely damaged, by the way. As you are close to it, your enhanced sense of smell in the form of a wolf, you sense a rancid odor coming from the walls of the hut where the damage has been done. It almost burns your nostrils as you breathe in through your nose. It makes your throat feel acidy and raw.
Okay. How wide is the spot here?
The hut.
Like, is that something?
The hut is about 15 feet wide.
Okay, so would it be like at the top there on the north side? If I want to go and check there instead, I can't remember what was in that building.
That building where there are two gnomes and the water is next to it?
Yes, that one.
Okay. That is the water pumping station. Basically, your people would push this wheel around to create a vacuum to pull water out of the pond to fill the tubs that are in there. It's kind of a bathhouse.
Okay. Okay.
Although, by the looks of the gnomes, they have not made use of the bathhouse.
Yeah. Okay, so, and those two, you said they're just busy
complaining
and okay. Would I be able to sneak and go north instead? Like, where are they looking? Like those two? Are they like really busy? Are they just looking everywhere?
They're not searching for anything at this point. They're just kind of being lazy about their duty, watching the village. They're not really paying attention to much. None of them really are.
Okay.
To the north, one of the gnomes is looking into the pool of water. Not sure why. Maybe he sees a couple fish, although it's fresh water right there, so I doubt that there are fish in it because your people use it to bathe in. Use that water.
Okay.
If you wanted to go north, you could get into the water, and right here, let me switch tools here. Right where I'm pinging is sort of like a lower access area, like a shore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically what I'm trying to accomplish is that I want to kidnap, or at least be able to talk to one of them without the others noticing it. So I'm trying to figure out the best angle here. Like, if like it's the same here for those two. Like, if they're too close together, I'm not gonna try there. But if those are far enough from each other, or
Well, actually, this one right here,
yeah.
that is actually inside the hut. I just put him there so we could see he's there.
Oh, so he is inside. Okay, and I would know.
And the other
I would
one
know
is
that.
inside as well.
Oh, okay. Then
This
okay.
one.
Perfect.
Yeah, here,
I
I'll move
will-
them over top of the hut so it's more obvious.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's as long as I know where they are, that's fine. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll just as sneakily as possible, so that the two in the middle there don't notice me. I'm gonna go start heading south.
Okay,
Let me
why
know if I
don't you
need
give me
to-
a stealth roll, Master of
Stealth roll, and well, yeah. Oh, actually, I will need to load the
Oh.
wolf.
Okay, and
Let me just. Wolf doesn't have yeah, +4 for stealth.
Let's say you should have a decent bonus
Yeah.
to stealth.
22, and for some reason it sent it just to you. 8, but
here, let me see if I can fix that. It says no whisper rolls. That's weird.
yeah, I don't know why. Either way, 22. I'm assuming if they're not paying attention, that would be good enough.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep just going here. I'm just gonna poke my wolf head like just on the side, smell a little bit, and like just give it a look to see like, is he busy doing something? Is he like, what's happening with that gnome inside that tent?
The first thing you notice as you poke your head through the, well, this is more of a tent for one thing. It's not really a hut, so you can
Okay.
you poke your head under the bottom of the tent there, and the first thing you notice is the smell, and it is rancid.
Okay.
This gnome has not bathed. I mean, not quite as bad as Blarn on the ship, but pretty rancid. A strong
Okay.
body odor. You can also hear him snoring. You see him laying back on some pines, a bed of pine needles, and he's taking a rest.
Okay, that's too bad. I will. How should I do that? Okay, and the other guy's in the hut as well, so like he's not in front of the door, there's no way he can see me, I assume.
Correct.
This one here? Okay. Okay, so I will give me a second. I need to check something.
Okay. While you're checking something, why don't I go
Yes.
to the ship and see how the others are faring?
So I think what Saldana would be doing, because she has eyesight for a mile, she'd be kind of floating, flying out here, and kind of narrating what she sees to the party. So Penbear looks like turned into a wolf, and now he's gone. He's just gone.
He's gone.
I think that whole Master of Stealth thing, it fits with that wolf, because he was there, and now he's gone. And
See
I'm
that.
gonna roll a perception check to see if I can spot him, and I really hope I fail. Perfect. Yeah, he's gone.
Is this cause for concern?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe. I don't think so. I'd imagine if something were concerning, we'd see him, right?
Are
Well,
you sure he's gone? Like, how do we know you even saw him to begin with? I mean, I haven't seen him in a while now.
Well,
wondering-
so
Like, I can see a mile. Or
Uh,
you just didn't say. He could be right there.
So Saldana is going to look at look at like a mountain, and she is going to like describe every little detail on that mountain.
Which mountain?
So if you
Well, hold on. I'm not going to climb a mountain to fact check you, but we
like
might
this
end
one,
up down at
one
the
that's
town
like
later.
far away.
We might
Absolutely.
end up down at the town later. So,
yeah.
what does that flag there say? See that one flapping in the wind by the water there? What's on that flag?
I believe that was part of a sail that broke.
Okay. So Donna, what you are saying is that Pembear is no longer visible.
Correct. I am not able to see him anymore.
Are there any other people who are visible?
Yes, because I'm assuming I can see all the goblins, right?
Gnomes.
No, I'm sorry. I wouldn't be able to like make out exactly what they are. Right? Yes, there are.
They're goblins.
Looks to be like four gnomes creatures
Gnomes.
out there. I can't see exactly what they are. They look
They're the same size
on the
as
smaller
Rome.
size.
Got it.
They're the same
these-
size as Rome, but they're darker, grayish skin.
Right? Yeah, and I don't think Saldana, because she's far away, and I don't think she has like. She's never seen anything like this, so she probably just thinks they're just
All right.
smaller
Pembear,
creatures.
yeah, Pembear's people are gone. Pembear has disappeared, and there are a bunch of gnomes on this island. The question I have is, do we? I can see this going one of two ways. I think option one, we wait for Pembear to return. Hopefully, he is just concealed himself so well that he is beyond our notice and hopefully beyond the notice of these gnomes. Option two is we assume the worst and drop in to save our friend.
I'm more inclined to go with option two, just because you never know. Like, I can see what's going on there, but I can't see him, and
Absolutely.
I can't say
So
for
then my-
certain.
Yeah, my question then becomes, how much of a benefit of the doubt are we willing to afford these gnomes? Do we feel like this is a ask questions first, stab later situation? Or do we feel like this is a stab first, ask questions later?
And
Type
you
of
just
situation.
earned an inspiration, Eric.
I've only ever met one gnome.
The fact that Trius
recently,
is
at least.
asking if it's stabbed first, that's a definite roleplay milestone.
I've only ever gotten to know one gnome, but if he's any indication of if I'd rather talk to them first or not,
We may be in a stab first type situation. Is
It
that what
might
you are
not-
saying? Guys?
I don't know if I could handle a
Look,
whole city of him.
Here's what I'm saying. How many gnomes can you see from this vantage point?
Like, imagine it, Tris, a city full of Romes.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
How many gnomes can you see?
I can't see any.
four.
So the two in the southwest, those are in the tent, so I can't see them, right?
Right.
I can only see 4 of them.
4. So at best, we are already outnumbered. The question is, do we feel like they may be here?
Wait. Penbear can change appearance somewhat, right?
Yes, he turned into a wolf.
Yeah, so
I don't
what's
think
to
you can,
say that
I-
his
I don't
friends
think you
can't do
can-
the same thing?
I don't think they can go from pen bear size all the way down to gnome size. There are limits to that kind of change.
Are we
think-
sure though that
He-
if we stab his friend, stab the gnomes, we're not stabbing his friends?
Yeah,
Didn't he turn into a mouse at one point?
he did, but I think that's different from disguising yourself as a
That's
humanoid, right? I think there's a 2 or 3 foot range there that you can maybe get away with, and this seems like much more than that.
I wouldn't know.
Make
That's
that-
all.
that's a big
That's all
button.
way far above my head.
Yeah, or below my waist.
You knew it had to happen sooner or later. So going back to
And real quick, I just want to make sure before we go any further, Penbear didn't ever tell us exactly what he was thinking of doing. Correct? He just kind of
I don't
hopped on
believe you did.
Ventus. Okay, that's
No.
what I figured. I just wanted to make sure because
Yeah, communication is perhaps not our strong suit in this party yet.
neither
That's
is
an understatement.
asking first and stabbing later. Trias.
That-
And Sildana's gonna look dead in the eyes at Trias when she says that. And we can go to Penbear now.
touche. Well, I'm happy to take your lead, as it appears that you may be the clearest headed of us all at this point. If
Yeah, I
if,
mean-
if you do feel like it may be helpful for one of us to engage first in conversation, then I might suggest that the others remain hidden for the time being in the event that things go south.
I would definitely agree with that. But talking isn't my strong suit.
Oh, you're all in trouble then, because the one who has that strong suit isn't here yet. She's down
I
below
don't-
deck talking to Lazarus, chewing him out.
I don't think that's entirely true. Trias has shown abilities to talk his way out of situations if he doesn't slap the leader first.
Slap, stab.
I mean, I could try talking to them, but it's not everyone understands the ideals of the Forgotten One, so
Absolutely.
sometimes it's creates some problems more than it solves them. I find with first interactions.
Wow.
Trias, would you feel comfortable in doing the talking?
Absolutely, I would. I would. Caius, how are you at sneaking, stealthing?
Oh well, if I stretch first, not too bad.
I
I can help you with that.
Got it.
Just stay close to me, Caius, and I'll help you.
Excuse me.
Excused.
How is Trias at swimming?
Trias is not a fantastic swimmer.
Who's asking
know.
that?
The forgotten one, okay.
Oh,
Forgotten one. Yeah. You mean the one who forgot?
Yeah. The one who forgot.
Trias has an athletic score of let's just say it's not great.
Well,
+1.
You might want to have Rome pull the ship over land then. But
I
you might be
might. I
seeing-
might. If our goal was to make our ship known, then I would ask Rome to put our ship over land. But seeing as how I think we don't want to tip our hands too much,
we should make
Do
our
we have
ship
a-
look like a giant eagle.
do we have another
I'm-
way? Do we have another way of getting ferried to the island from our vantage point?
I mean, we have a couple of different things we could do.
Let's do them.
I can fly and carry you, and
Okay.
we have, and Soldado will look at the griffin. That for, I think, Caius.
Caius.
I mean, I don't really think that's a good idea.
Well, I mean, you are a turtle, right? Turtles can swim.
I could swim. I'll swim.
Absolutely.
You're
how
high
far are we?
above the land, though, the water, though, just so you know.
And just, cannonball
So we just like
in the shell, in the water.
we'd land in the water like a real ship, and then we swim, right?
Or we could land in, and Saldana will gesture towards this area. Land over there, and then walk.
Yeah, let's do that. I
Yeah,
like it.
Sounds good.
Let's go. And we are walking.
Aye,
So-
aye, captains.
Saldana will kind of fly over to Rome. Rome, can you do us a favor and fly the ship over behind those palm trees in that stream, in that outlet there, and lower the ship, please?
Oh,
And then
good
she
question.
will fly back towards the rest of the party.
Yeah. I have a question. Have we had a chance to rest since I murdered that merchant? Back
Yeah,
in
this-
that city?
Didn't this trip take like a couple of days?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, actually,
like
I
7
think it
days.
took- yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that long rest and get all my spells back.
Yeah, same. Because I want my Kai points.
Pretty fly for monk Kai,
Um,
because you have wings.
So while you guys are moving your tokens, we are going to return to Penbear. And
Welcome back to Penbear.
welcome back, welcome back, welcome back,
So-
welcome back.
I have a quick question for you.
Okay, I might have a slow answer, but go ahead.
Aha. The shadow dragons in the tavern and the ones that we've seen so far, they all look human, right? Before they transform, or is different? Like they can take different race, shape, or like.
You don't know at this point.
Okay, but what? Like I've seen them, so what did
You've
they
only
look like?
seen them in. I think you've only seen them in human form.
And elf.
An elf
You've-
at the city.
Yeah,
in the Dwarven
actually,
city.
you've only seen
when,
them in elven form.
Not because they were human and
Yeah,
in
that's
the
true. Human
tavern,
and elf.
they were
Yeah.
human and elf.
Yep.
That's all
Sorry.
I've seen them as. So.
Forgetful old DM.
No worries.
No worries. No, I was just gonna ask because what I will do since he's sleeping, I will turn back into Penbear. So I will turn off my wild shape ability. Go back to Penbear, and I will cast Disguise Self and turn into a human shadow dragon. I will try to look like one.
You're a shadow dragon now too?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I'm-
just like
I'm
that.
not- I'm not here for this.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's not
literally,
gonna.
literally
not
my
gonna end
character's.
well.
Yeah,
Pen Bear is
literally
the
my
big bad
character's
evil.
not there. Yeah,
Bear is
literally
the
my
big bad
character
evil.
is not there and
Yeah.
should not be commenting.
I'm gonna be the final boss. Okay, so and then I will go in the tent,
Okay.
and while he is still snoring, I'm gonna punch him straight on the nose, so that he's disoriented, and that he wakes up, and he's like super afraid of me.
Well, so the dragon board, correct me if I'm wrong, Pete, just to make sure that we all understand this. It's not that they look like anything. They basically copy the shape of another humanoid.
Yes,
So
but
they're not gonna look like anything different. They're gonna look like a regular human
Yeah.
or regular.
Yeah, but
elf.
didn't they have like in the tavern? Didn't they have
No.
like not a uniform or anything? But they were just regular. Oh, okay.
They were regular humans wearing cloaks.
Yeah. Hoodie.
They don't have any. They don't have
Okay.
any
Oh.
traits outside of like just looking regular like a normal person of that race. They don't have any like defining features.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Until they went into full dragon form, like dragon.
Right.
Okay.
But at that point,
okay,
they were
well,
dragon
just-
dragons, not dragon people.
Either way, I'm gonna try and punch him in the face and intimidate him, so that he can talk a little bit, and hopefully the other guy won't hear anything. So that's the plan. Let me know what I need to do, Peter.
I'm
If I need
thinking,
to roll anything or.
Well, I'm thinking.
Well,
I mean,
What would
I can just do an attack roll for the punch, although he's sleeping. So if I miss, wow.
It's
Um,
it's well, it's at an advantage, and if he's unconscious, it's a crit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But since it's just your
That's-
strength mod,
It's an
you're
unarmed.
punching him.
It's an unarmed
Whatever you-
attack. So
Want me
Right.
to,
You double the dice on a crit. And there's no dice roll if it's just a strength mod. So
Oh, you're right. I'm looking at my monk.
right.
well,
Oh,
yeah.
don't
on our
look at the
strike,
monk.
so
yeah.
I'm pulling up your character sheet now so I can see what you're.
Sometimes it's 1 plus your strength mod.
Yeah. Are you?
it's one plus your strength mod.
Yeah.
Although,
Yeah.
are you a person right now, or are you a wolf right now?
No, I turned back into
You're a
Ben Bear,
person. Got it.
So
and then this guy's self, which Fearbolg has it as a special trait, which does a little bit more.
for you, it would be 1 plus 0 times 2 because it's a crit. So it would be 2. 2
1,
points
2.
of damage.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not trying to kill him or anything. I just want to,
Right.
the nose, hurts.
Go ahead
He's
and
probably gonna
roll
start,
to hit with an unarmed strike. You have plus 3 to hit.
Yep.
Well, actually, you don't even have to roll, do you?
It doesn't
Automatic
matter.
crit. Oh my gosh!
Nat 20 on the punch on the nose.
You just used up your only nat 20 of the night.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Gonna jinx it.
that's the idea. Okay, so
So,
no, it isn't the idea. So he wakes up. Why you hitting? Who are you?
I'm gonna grab him just on his neck, just below the jaw, like that, so that he's not really able to speak too much. And I'm just gonna, with a voice that as low as I can muster, sleeping on the job, are we?
How you escape?
Escape? From where?
They're both prisoners.
Wait, did he say that he escaped? Or he's looking...
He's asking you how you escaped.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not in a Fearbolg, right? I'm just looking at like a regular human right now.
Oh wait, you changed back to Pembear, right?
I did, but I disguised myself. I
Oh,
cast disguise
okay.
self to
Then
look like...
erase what
you know.
he said.
Okay.
Instead, he says, "Who are you?"
Does it really matter?
His eyes are wide with surprise and shock.
Yeah, I'm gonna slap him in the face. You know,
Okay.
I heard it works.
Roll to hit with advantage.
15 or... I assume that's... or 8.
The 15 is. Let me.
Good
just-
enough.
Should be. Yeah,
Yeah.
it hits, and he takes another point of damage.
Yeah. And again, like I'm not even trying to damage or to like cause any damage. I really just want him as scared as possible of me.
Let me go! Let me go! Help! Help!
Now, why would I do that? You're not doing anything here. You're sleeping on the job. I get here to see, to get a status of what's been done, and I catch you here, sleeping. Do you know what happens when we caught people not doing their job?
Okay, roll a deception. Let's see how this goes.
I was going to say intimidation, but they're both at 0, so it doesn't matter.
Well, then neither one. I'd say you rolled a 12, so I would say that you succeed in fooling him.
Okay.
He
Not a
like-
great roll, but
his-
after the punch and the slap.
after his eyes shift back and forth, left and right, and he's looking around and he's gasping for breath, and he's like, "Gnomes need sleep too. We do good job. We follow
I'm gonna interrupt him and say, where's everybody? Where are the firbolgs? The firbolgs.
Where they supposed to be? King had him. King has firbolgs.
A king. Now, let's say I'm interested in knowing who that king is and where the firbolg are precisely. And I'm gonna slap him again, just to make sure he doesn't, think for a second.
Okay. Roll
And
the
just
hit with
ask him
advantage.
where they are.
Roll the hit with advantage. Oh yeah, you hit.
19.
He takes one more point of damage,
So strong.
and he's like, "Why you hit me? Firbolg prisoner with King in temple. Please don't hit me."
Hey, where did you say?
In the temple.
In the temple. Okay. So the king is there with everybody.
Yes, King has firbolgs. They make good meals for Precious.
I'm gonna punch him again. Right in the nose again.
Okay, roll it.
I'm not.
You're gonna nickel and dime this guy with advantage.
Oh, didn't work out this time.
Oh,
8 and a 4.
Okay, you you act like you're gonna smack him, and then you like wave your hand in front of him, not really connecting. But he jerks his head back and says, "Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. We do good. We do good."
Okay. Okay, what I'm gonna do then, I should have read my skills first. Okay, what I'm gonna do then is, I will remove this guy's self, turn back. So I was like, 5 feet human. I remove this guy's self and I just like go back to 8 foot firbolg right in front of him.
Okay, as you're grasping him by the throat, and he can't breathe, and your form shifts and changes, and you grow before him, and his eyes are wide as he slowly looks up. He goes, "You firbolg, How you get way?
There are more of us than you think. And I will.
Snap his neck.
No.
Those parents.
Uh, there's a theme in that campaign. No, I will. I will look him in the eyes and say, "This is what I can do. You know now how powerful I am. You make one noise before I'm gone, and you will not leave this island alive." And I
Intimidation.
slap him again.
Oh, okay. Roll to hit and intimidation.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully the slap will help.
The slap is advantage. So, okay.
Thank you for the slap.
Since you slapped him, you get advantage on the intimidation. So roll again.
Thank you. Oh, come on. 4.
He says,
I hate that I have no charisma.
I won't make a sound.
Okay. Can I do an insight on if he's just like trying to say that to get rid of me?
Yeah,
or...
you can.
Because I'm not. Oh, come on. 8.
You think he's telling the truth. You have no reason not to believe him. He looks pretty scared.
I'm gonna start using physical dice. Those digital dice are not good. Okay, so I will. I'll let his throat go, like slowly, and see what he does, and just back out of the tent.
Okay, as you relax your grip and pull your hand away, we switch to the rest of the party to see what they are doing.
Not cool, Peter. Not cool.
That was well done. I
That was
love
excellent. Yeah.
it. Yes. For dramatic
No.
effect.
No.
So, as we return to the ship, Rome has pulled it up over the inlet, the stream there, and a rope is lowered to the shoreline, and you can each climb down, so then it can fly down.
And I'm assuming they can lower Saldana's wolf friend down.
I'm sorry?
Would they also be able to lower Saldana's wolf down?
Yeah, you can bring your
Cool.
wolf.
Funny thing, I can't because I don't have control of the wolf.
You know, all I get is complaints.
Hey, I wasn't trying to complain. I was just saying.
I'm in
letting
the
you
wrong
know.
window to give you
Letting you know.
control. Let me switch browsers here.
Yeah.
Do.
You go in and go to the token and make sure you're going to the right layer, and then you're going to do the thing, and then make sure you click the check box, and
And now I'm the DM and I have control of everything, so we all win.
yay!
Okay, you have control now.
Wonderful.
I love it.
He's a
Um,
large creature, right? You're only 30 feet above the ground. He would only take 3d6 damage if he leaped off the ship.
Yeah, but that's 3d6 damage that I'd prefer him not to take.
Okay.
So once we are on the ground, Saldana will tell to everyone, all right, stay close to me. And she's going to basically focus inward for a second. And after a second or two, you guys see shadows start to embrace her and engulf her. And then it engulfs all of you guys as well as she casts Pass Without a Trace.
Awesome.
Um,
And Caius, would you like to do anything with your character before you move on?
Well, I guess just the griffin starts following along, and like, no, you can't come. You got to stay close to Saldana. It just can't happen. Sorry, you're gonna want to fly away, and no, you stay. It looks sad.
It gives a low screech like of disappointment, and it flies up and sits on the crow's nest.
You watch the ship. Good job.
It looks down at Rome hungrily.
Excellent.
All right.
Well,
so the is the plan. We do the sneaky Heidi, and Trius, you do the talking.
I do believe so. I'm comfortable with this plan.
All right. And if anything happens, we got you.
Fantastic.
So Donna will kind of slowly lead everyone forward and her
Gotcha. Should
giant doggo.
should Trius try to go ahead?
Is Trius wanting to kind of be with us and sneak until you get closer, or is he just wanting to be very visible? Because I cast Pass Without Trace on everyone.
I love
Okay,
Caius.
why don't we get closer, and then I'll poke my head out from the trees.
Caius is going everywhere.
Yeah.
And as soon as Caius gets gets more than 30 feet away from Saldana, he's visible again.
Okay.
He what?
Right.
He becomes visible. Pass Without Trace only lasts if you're within 30 feet of the caster.
I'm going in and out of visibility. It's like, ooh, look at the water.
Does it activate again when he gets close again?
You know, it doesn't say. It's
Well, for
It's as long as
dramatic
you're within
effect
10
and
feet.
As long
comedy
as-
effect,
as-
I say it does.
yeah, I think it's like the flavor of it basically is as long as you're within 30 feet of the person.
An aura kind of.
Sorry, it's 15 or wait, that's darkness. Yeah, as long as you're within 30 feet, it stays up. So yeah, I guess as long as he's moving in and out and coming in and out of visibility.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to park ourselves in that grove, right beyond these hills?
If you're talking about this grove, that's actually about 15 feet above the ground.
I'm talking about this right here.
Oh, okay.
I would think like right around like here.
You're thinking
So
there? Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure if you wanted to go after this group over here, the smaller group, or for us to be like closer to the center of the camp. But yeah, that works.
Close
too.
to the center of camp, get the most attention that we can.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it. I'm just assuming with your Pass Without Trace, we'll get there without any issues.
Yeah. I'm not even going to make it roll stealth or anything, so.
Sounds good. On Trius's turn, he's going to cast a minor illusion, and it's gonna just look like there's just a bunch of blood. He's gonna make it look like there's a bunch of blood all over his clothing, his armor. He is going to
So business as usual then?
I was
yeah,
just thinking
yeah.
the same thing.
that's just how,
I had
that's
to.
just how-
I'm sorry.
That is
I'm
just
sorry.
how Trius rolls nowadays. He's going to hold
Trius
he's going to hold his scimitar limply in his hand as he's like dragging it behind him, and he's gonna come out of this clearing and he's gonna say, "Help! Help! Help! Help me!"
And now we return to... No, actually, we're going to stick with Trius for a second.
Wait, Saldana, was this the plan? I thought he was going to talk to them. What's that?
I believe this is Trius's plan of talking to them.
Yeah, help me!
Let him do his thing. I believe we'll be able to tell when Trius actually needs help.
What happened to like good old? Can I borrow a cup of sugar?
What for you doing here?
What's sugar?
Oh,
Oh, it's excellent.
I was recently shipwrecked upon this island. And I am in need of some medical attention. Can you help me?
You want medical attention? They look at each other. Come closer. We help you. And now we
All right.
return to Penbear.
Cool.
And as Penbear loosens his grip and withdraws his hand slowly, the gnome
If he like, yeah. Unless you're telling me that I'm already out of the tent, I'm gonna go straight back to his throat. If he does
Okay.
anything that would make a noise that's too loud. Do I hear Trius as well? Or am I too far? I can roll perception if you want or whatever, but
I don't see why you wouldn't hear him.
okay.
But first, we need to roll your athletics versus a 4 in dexterity to stop him
So
from.
athletics,
Yeah.
you never know. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Okay, so you manage to stop him as you see he's about to yell for help. He's like, and you start squeezing, I guess, and cut off his voice.
Um,
And that's when you hear outside, "I've been wounded, help me," or whatever it was he said.
It was help. I am in need of a medical assistance.
okay.
Something like that.
Up I fall and I can't get up.
Should have got a medical hip bracelet.
Like mines.
Okay. I assume. I don't know how you want to do this, Pete, but I mean they are pretty small, so I'm just gonna try and grab him by his neck.
Lift him up and
And-
break his back over your knee. Oh, sorry.
I've never watched wrestling, so I couldn't think of that. But no, I'm just
Herbal
gonna.
wrestling.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and like I guess grapple him, or like I basically want to turn him around and
Have you put
him
oil
in
on yet?
Put put him in a chokehold and just like see if I can get him unconscious.
Okay, we'll go athletics versus athletics.
Okay.
Well, for him, it would be, let's see, athletics is strength, so.
God,
Maddox.
those dice tonight. I mean, I should. I got a few good ones. so I
Actually,
can
let me
really
roll with
complain.
my 20-sided die here anyways. I rolled a 4!
Well, no, I mean,
No, I meant to roll with my real dice.
if you want to do that, and yeah, sure, I'll take it.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get in the
Um,
habit of using my real dice.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and choke him so that he, again, not killing him. It's not my goal here, but at least so that he loses consciousness and
Okay.
stops screaming like a madman.
And he starts snoring.
Okay, sure. Okay, so I'm gonna put him on the ground gently so that he doesn't
Okay.
wake up, I guess. Not really, but and I will take a look outside. Just go outside a little bit and take a look and see Trius, I guess. And I'm gonna try and go sneak, just sneaking close to here.
Stealth
and
roll, please.
I assume that Trius is gonna see me as well.
Don't assume anything.
Well, no, but 17.
My
Alrighty.
passive perception is 14, so I don't see anything.
Except two gnomes laughing and smiling as they're approaching you, Trius, saying, "Come to us, we help you."
Hey, cool.
Sildana is going to whisper to Caius, we need to move closer and start to kind of, if I switch the right tool, move like around here.
Okay. By the way, have you named your wolf?
I have, but I'm waiting to actually name it. I know what the name will be, but I'm waiting to.
Okay. And what of your egg?
I have. It's the same sort of thing, actually.
Okay.
But Sildana's had the egg for what? 7 to 10 days, I think.
Yeah, something.
Around 10 days. And she's only had this wolf for 7 days or so.
Okay.
Yeah, Caius has stopped paying attention to Trius even, and is just looking at the wolf,
So,
keeping an eye on it.
oops. Trius, what
Yeah.
are you doing?
Trius is going to tighten his grip around his scimitar and advance towards the goblins. Sorry, the gnomes. The
Okay.
gnomes. And I'm going to ready an action to cut down the gnome to my left
Okay.
at the first sign of any aggression. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I'm getting ready.
One thing I forgot to establish when we started is it is nighttime. As I recall, y'all arrived at night. So,
Thank you for establishing that.
sorry. And
Don't be.
and so, but you all have dark vision, so it's not a big deal. Okay,
don't.
so the moonlight
Oh yeah, I do.
Nope.
glistens on the
Everyone
blood
has.
that you, the illusion of blood that you have on
Yeah.
your outfit there, and on your
Absolutely.
blade as you walk forward,
Yep.
and
I'll say,
uh,
help! I need help.
they both carry war picks. They pull them off their backs and say, "We help human." Yes. And,
Okay.
and it is clear that they have devious intent.
Is it?
Yes.
Are we able to see their weapons from where Caius and Sildana are?
Yeah. Yeah, they of those two you can. You
Okay.
the two of you have not seen the third one that
Right.
Bear is behind.
Right, yeah, it's behind it where it's obstructed. So Sildana will whisper to Caius. As soon as Trius moves, we attack.
Which one do I attack?
Cool.
The one that is standing up.
Would you like me to roll an initiative, Peter?
I would
And
like
you'll see me,
all
as soon
of
as
you
you see
to.
the one that's standing up, you'll see him start to do a couple hand motions around his sword and whatnot, and
Trius
Start
got a
to cast hex.
22. A 22.
Okay.
Hey, look, it worked.
Pen Bear, you can roll initiative as well.
Yeah, I guess I'll join the fight when if something happens. 8.
Alrighty. So, there we go. Trius, You have first attack. I wouldn't say you get a surprise round because they just pulled out their war picks. They were planning on attacking you anyways. So, but you are top
So
of the
fine.
initiative, so you get the first move
Fantastic.
as they heft their war picks and they start making their way towards you as you're approaching them.
Gotcha. And
You
I'm going to
see
say,
evil smiles on their.
I'm going to say, help me work out some of this pent up aggression. And I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. Cool beans. Let me see. How does that?
I think it's an armor class thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a
That's
ranged
not
spell
very good.
attack.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Does a 10 hit?
No, it does not.
Hold on. I'm going to.
Ah.
I am favored by the gods. If I fail a saving throw or miss with an attack roll, I can roll 2d4 and add it, possibly changing the result. So does a 15 hit? I rolled 2d4 and I got 5.
Oh, okay. Yes, it hits.
Fantastic.
Oh, favored by the gods.
Amazing.
Favored by the gods.
It hits. Which
I'm-
one were you aiming at?
The one on the left.
Okay.
You know what? For fun, we're going to twin this and hit the one on the right as well, or try to hit the one on the right as well.
Okay,
So,
so
that's a sorcery point.
you did
Yep,
15
first
points
off-
of damage.
For the first one, yeah, 15 points of radiant damage to the first one, and now I will roll to hit the second one. All good?
Yep.
That one I don't think hits. That's a 9.
No, it does not.
Fantastic. I tried.
The one you did hit falls on his butt and drops his weapon, his war pick, and he is barely conscious,
That's what I like.
grievously injured.
Great.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Let's see. That was my action. I've got a bonus action. But I don't think I need to do anything right now. Oh, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. The end.
That brings us to Sildana. Sildana.
So
Sildana.
the first thing I am gonna do, because we are in combat now, is I'm gonna roll, and I'm stealthing. I'm gonna roll stealth just to make sure they don't see me, and because I want to see how high will I get. So there's a
Oh
32.
my goodness!
And sorry, that's not a 32. That's a 42. Because plus 10 because of pass
Because
without
of
trace. So it's a
pass without
42.
trace.
Oh my goodness, that is the
Wow.
highest stealth roll I have ever seen.
That is the answer to life,
Ridiculous.
the universe, and everything.
42.
We
Yes,
have
so
a new master of stealth.
Level 5.
Well, yes.
no, the master of
Yes.
stealth is still Penbear.
Well.
No.
Penbear is
No.
our master of stealth. So because I'm stealth, then I don't know
Crazy.
how far that was as far as movement, but Sildana's flying, so she has 60 feet just in case. It's rather than the 30.
Maybe the tenured
Um,
professor of stealth.
I'd say it was 40 feet.
Okay. No, I mean she could. Yeah, she'll fly. So first thing she's gonna do is she is going to punch this creature, and because she's invisible, that's gonna be with advantage.
Okay.
27 to hit.
That does not miss.
So that is 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and then bonus action, she is going to try and she's going to use her new feat that she has, grappling strike. So I am going to need so it's going to be a contest of strength between her and that gnome. And I got a nat 20.
She got a nat 1.
Cool. So what's now going to happen? If it was 45,
I mean,
feet,
he got. I don't
So-
give out inspiration for calling me out on NPCs.
I mean, we wouldn't know either way. So because that gnome is now grappled with Seldana, she's going to fly 15 feet up in the air.
Oh.
And she is going to look at the rest of the gnomes. Put down your weapons, or I drop this one.
That's like 800 feet to a gnome.
Okay, so there's. This one has already dropped his weapon. He's
Actually, a
on
deep
his
gnome.
butt. He's prone, actually, knocked down. This one is looking up like, oh, and he drops his weapon. He says, "Please don't hurt. Please don't hurt. Wait, I don't care." And he picks up his weapon again, and
All right. Then Seldana's going to drop that gnome on the ground.
okay, meanwhile, the gnome you're holding is like, "I don't want to die. I don't want to die." Ah! Splat. That, you're 15 feet up, so that's what?
15 feet. It's just 1d6.
Okay, go ahead and roll 1d6.
Three more points of bludgeoning damage.
He's not looking well at it as he thumps on the ground, and he, like, it jars his weapon loose, and he's disarmed, and he's prone.
All right.
And he's like, "Oh, my aching back."
And that will be at the end of Seldana's turn.
Okay, let me see. It is the Shadow Wolf's turn.
All right. It sees some tasty gnomes on the ground. It's gonna move to here,
Nums, 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 nums.
and it's gonna attack the one that's already on the ground next to Trius.
Okay.
Not great. That's an 8.
Oh, that actually
Where?
misses. He's prone though. It's a 7.
It's
I'm
a.
gonna admit.
I rolled a 2
Yeah.
and a nat 1. So
That's a good
Not-
bonus
not
if the
great.
7 was in that one. Okay, so it misses. Does it have any other attacks?
nope. That'll be it.
Oh, and it's got pack tactics.
Ooh, did that mean triple advantage?
No.
Unfortunately, advantage doesn't work like that.
Only if you've got elven accuracy, eh?
So, Caius, as you are hiding in the shade, roll me a stealth roll. This is a free action here to roll it.
I have disadvantage due to my armor, which doesn't make any sense.
What kind of armor?
It should be +3 more, +13 more on that because of. Oh no, Pass of the Trace is gone now. So it should be a 16, I think. Because of you messed with my armor for the natural armor versus Shadow Dragon armor.
You have
So-
two character sheets.
As a turtle, I don't think I received a stealth disadvantage for
No, you don't.
having turtle. So, but the only way, anyways, yeah. The homebrew thing is a little bit weird, but yeah. So it should be 16.
Okay. That is a good roll.
Okay. So, seeing as I was gonna start, I was casting hex anyways, so I figured might as well continue that. been on the ship for a few days, raring to start doing something, and seeing as I'm not gonna get in trouble for hurting these creatures, they seem like they're trouble. So yeah, I'll hex the one that's the one that Trius attacked. I will try to help Trius out. Hex that one, and then I will shoot it with an Eldritch. Oh, 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Ah. Are they agonizing Eldritch Blasts?
They are agonized as well.
Yeah!
Or not.
Well, you have advantage because you're stealth, right?
Oh, that's right. So the first one's an 8. Still feeling a little bit iffy about shooting.
Oh no,
gnomes.
this is just damage. It's not attack. You didn't roll attacks. You
Oh,
just
I'm not
rolled
rolling
damage.
attacks. I'm rolling damage. I was like, these are good damages then. Jeez. Too much Foundry. Okay. Okay, first attack.
You hit, and assuming you do at least 1 point of damage, you kill.
Okay. Then I will shoot the second bolt at the other one that I can see. That is weird. Okay, 22.
You hit.
And see, that's the weird part. Okay, you get damage advantages, I guess. 12 points of damage.
You hit, and you kill.
And then I start regretting my shots and kind of back away into the thing a little bit behind the cat. Like, yeah, wasn't necessarily me. Everybody was hurting them, right?
Pen Bear, it is to you. You just, from your vantage point, you saw Caius firing Eldritch blasts at the 2 gnomes in the northern part of the village. And that leaves one asleep in a tent, and the one in front of you is gripping his war pick and getting ready to attack,
Okay.
even though he's outnumbered.
I will. Yeah, I'm just gonna go behind him and try and attack him. Actually, no, I'm gonna try and grapple him from behind. Just like hit his arm to try and so that he drops his weapon, and then grab him by the throat to see if
Roll
I
a
can
strength
grapple
roll.
him.
I forgot to.
Why do I even try that? See, like, yeah, I need to use their real dice.
My real dice are rolling 3s and 4s.
Oh, I rolled a 17 with my real dice, but first one that I rolled is a 5, so we'll go with that. Can I just sit on it? Like I'm 8 feet. They're like 3 feet.
Body splash.
I'm
You sure you've never seen wrestling? Ah! Have you ain't seen Nacho Libre?
Oh god, I haven't seen that in a while. But yeah, yeah, like that's the thing. I don't know mechanically how it works, but like I said grapple, but I literally just want to fall on him.
Okay, roll the hit then.
That's the thing. Like I don't know how that would work mechanically, but
It would be an unarmed strike,
okay. So
and if you hit, because you called what you're doing, I'll say that you land on top of him. You're not intending to harm him, right? Okay.
no, I just want him to realize that he's gonna die. And even that still doesn't work. Rolled a 9, so I am not very useful right now.
Okay, it steps aside. As you land, you do a belly flop on the ground. And he says, "Ooh, you're a strange one."
So, since I was behind him, I don't have an advantage or anything.
Sure, I'll give you
I'm just trying, but you don't have to give it to me.
Actually,
you know.
technically, you are the master of stealth, so
I mean, if you want to give it to me, I'm gonna roll again.
what do you think, guys? Yes or no?
Just give it to him.
All
Yeah.
right.
Cool, 19.
Oh,
So I sit on him.
okay, so you sit on him.
Yeah, I just crush him to the ground.
Bones crack, or pop rather, not crack. And you are sitting on him,
Okay.
and he is prone.
I was gonna say he's caused compound fractures.
Are we?
Yeah, I
are we
mean,
yeah. Are we still in initiative?
You know, that is a good question. It is that gnome's turn. I'm gonna give him a strength versus strength just to see if he can force Pembear off.
if he's able to roll from under my ass, then sure.
Well, dadgummit, I keep forgetting to roll physical dice. A 9.
Can't. Okay.
Not one. What's going on tonight?
Oof.
So I guess he's able to roll from under
Oh,
me,
well-
from under a 400.
Oh, you
pound
rolled a
spearbolt.
5?
I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's a 5 is lower than a 6. You don't auto fail skill.
Yeah,
checks.
that was the
No.
previous roll from, like, I rolled with physical dice and I rolled a 1 for this one.
I'm gonna.
So
I guess the 6. I guess technically he succeeded, didn't he?
Yes.
And he uses half his
those are
movement.
the rules.
He pushes you off and stands
me
up
off.
using half his movement, and pushing you off, I guess, would be another half, the other half, so he can't really move.
His
But he-
action would be to get out from under.
Yeah.
Half his movement would be standing up, and he has half his movement still.
Okay, so where's my prone icon? There we go. He is going to what's his movement? Oh man, these guys are
He probably has only 25 because
he has
No.
20. He
Oof.
moves that far. He's making a break for it.
So if he's making a break for it, I guess I would have an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. He moved 10 feet, so he did invoke a attack of opportunity.
It would
Oh,
be a
a
disadvantage.
crit.
So he's prone, isn't he?
No, he stood up.
Oh.
No, a pen bear.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it'd be a disadvantage if you're prone.
Yeah.
I really don't think it matters. I mean, I didn't roll for the damage when I sat on him, but I just rolled a net 20 for the attack.
Well, I
So-
think what they're saying is you have disadvantage.
Yeah, because
Oh.
you're prone.
Yeah, because
Oh, really?
you were
Okay.
sitting on him.
Well. Oh yeah, I guess.
Oh, poor
Fine.
Pen Bear.
Sorry, pen bear. I rule in our favor all the time. The rules do have to go against us at some point.
And now I get an 11. Ah,
Does an 11 hit?
No, it does
no,
not.
it doesn't.
This is
No.
the luckiest little deep gnome in the world.
Trius, it is your turn.
I want his dice.
Been choked
Right.
out twice. He's been sat on. He's
Right.
avoided scimitar attacks. Just a
yeah.
little too high.
I'll turn to the gnome and I'll say, I approached your camp and asked for help, and you have attacked. I have gazed into your souls and judged you unworthy. And what do you call it? I will cast a sacred flame on him. Are you ready for it?
What are you casting? Oh, Sacred Flame.
A sacred flame. Yeah, they have to make a dex save of 15.
Alrighty then.
I thought you were gonna start stabbing the unconscious ones.
Nah. I'll do that after.
He rolls
my
a
gosh.
20.
So I have
Wow.
never seen Sacred Flame actually work.
No.
If y'all
Oh,
will
fine.
agree that my digital rolls don't count, and because I keep
Yeah.
forgetting to roll my physical, and I'm trying to get in the habit, I can re-roll that
Yeah.
with my physical.
Sure, reroll it with your physical. That's what you did
You're,
last
you're,
time.
you're the DM, whatever you want to do.
18.
18 of
It's
beats
still-
15? Yeah?
That didn't sound like a dice tower, though.
We're just trying to.
There it is.
No.
It's
a keyboard in the hand.
18.
It's a dice
Yeah.
tray. It's not a dice tower.
The
That's
dice tower
my
rolled into the
turn.
tray.
That's
Oh, okay.
my turn. That's my turn.
Okay. So Donna, it is your turn.
Well, she's gonna move to here. Pull out her sword.
It's about 30 feet to the edge of the water there. Okay.
Is this gnome, by any chance, engaged at all with Penbear? Did the creature move fully away from Penbear?
It
Fully
is-
away.
It
It's
is
full-
10,
yeah, I guess
it's
it's
10
fully
feet
away.
away from Pembroke.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually gonna move to there, and I'm gonna stab it.
Stabby, 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 stabby.
Just use the gnome as a hurdle.
21 to hit.
That hits.
11 points of stabby damage.
guess
slashing damage.
That hurt.
And is it still standing?
Yes, it is. It's
Wow, it is a
limping,
tough gnome.
trying to get to the water and jump in and swim away, which probably
So-
ain't a good idea now that it's bleeding. But hey,
You guys remember that one time when Sildana punched a kobold that ran away from her in the back of the head? That's gonna happen again.
uh-oh.
Except if I can't roll. It's a 10, which I'm assuming misses.
That misses.
That's the end of Sildana's turn then. And she's gonna stare at a fish, wondering what's going on.
Go, Gadget Wolf.
Okay,
This-
this thing's dead.
This huge hulking wolf is gonna appear out of the shadows and try and hopefully chomp on this goblin.
The size
25
of
to
his
hit.
head.
By the way, that thing is a little big, isn't it? There.
Yeah.
That's still a bit big, but 25 to hit. Oh, pack tactics.
Yep.
Ooh. Oh!
27 points of damage.
That
Or sorry, it takes 18 piercing, and then it has to make a con save if it's still standing.
well, I just want to see the con save here because
Okay, there's no way this thing's still standing.
it failed the con save, and the wolf was that a bite? What was that? Yeah,
Yeah,
bite.
that was just its bite.
Bite lunge. It clamps down on this thing's top of its head and just rips the top of the gnome's head off, and gore and brain matter just spray across the dirt, and it is killed.
Gotcha. Are the gnomes on the ground still alive?
No.
They're all dead. Dead.
The only living gnome is unconscious in a tent.
And the ones that are.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
I'm assuming they've heard this.
That's a good point.
Or
I
they
forgot
just-
about them, so I will.
It's okay. They aren't going to show up until the top of this round because it takes them 12 seconds to get here. That's what we've established.
Well, it's gonna take a lot longer than 20 feet per round.
Yeah. It's gonna take them a hot minute.
How many rounds is that on this map even?
We've.
Uh,
Well, technically, it's.
it's
Yeah,
times.
2 rounds.
It's times 3, whatever the ruler says.
Oh,
Okay.
So it's 90 feet.
Yeah.
so this guy's
But if
120
they're-
feet
but if
away
they're-
from Pembear?
But if they're running at 40 feet per, if they're just taking a dash action,
So it'll be
Yeah.
3 rounds.
3 turns.
They only have
dashes.
20
Yeah.
feet movement, so that's 40 feet dash movement. So it'll take 2.5.
So
rounds
we
to
see
get
them
to
coming then, is what you're saying. We can see them running at us.
Yeah.
Can I just Eldritch Blast them while they run at us?
Well, the
Yeah.
wolf's turn is over.
On
This
a beach.
Starts running. That's his turn.
Firebolt
Caius,
and
it is
Eldritch
your
Blast. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do like a Baywatch scene and try to shoot his feet while he runs. And move my hex
I'm
to him.
sorry, I just pictured Caius running along a beach in
Yeah.
slow motion.
uh,
Shooting Eldritch Blast at their feet while they run
Yeah.
towards me.
hey Pete, I'm gonna ask us a strange question.
Sure.
Is it narratively important that we mechanically kill these gnomes, or can we just say that they're dead and move on?
Well, do you want to, as a party, do you want to kill them or do you want to keep them alive? What do you want to do?
Trius would like to slit their throats. Is what Trius would like to do.
First one is 18 for 9 damage.
Yeah.
I'm getting
18 to
really
hit.
scared of Trius, to be honest.
I think the question is it important? Like, they're going to die.
Narratively,
right?
it is not important unless you want to
Okay.
keep somebody alive to question or something.
Well,
We've got
there's
the one
already
that's-
one in the
Yeah,
tent that's
there's one
alive
sleeping.
that we can.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's
Okay,
just
keep,
assume
so.
that they are dead.
Can Caius describe how he kills them?
Yes, let's say Caius has godlike inspiration and fires his eldritch blast.
No. I want Caius to tell us how he kills them, not you to tell us how Caius kills them.
Okay.
Well, as they're running at us, I'm gonna be like shrugging at the guys, cause like, and Saldana, and be like, am I supposed to keep doing this? Cause they're just running, and I'm just like, this is easy. And I'm shooting Eldritch blasts at them, and their legs are flying off while they attempt to keep crawling down the beach.
One of them
and-
is hobbling on 2 stumps.
For some reason, they won't give up, and I just keep blasting them, and then there's nothing left.
It's like that Black Knight scene where it's like
We all
leg
feel a little
gone,
worse.
leg
I
gone,
love
they're
that movie.
crawling, arm gone, arm gone.
That is
They're
on
trying to like
Netflix
chin
right
their
now, I
way
think.
up the sand, and then boom.
I'll bite you to death. I'll gum you. Okay, so
Right.
you kill both of them, Caius, in dramatic fashion.
So drama.
Wah, 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 wah.
Gotcha.
And so
Here's-
you are out of initiative.
Absolutely. Here's what Trius would like to do, if possible.
Yes.
Trius would like to kneel down next to the 2 gnomes that are currently dead, right? They're already dead. And he would like to cut off their heads with his scimitar.
Dear.
They're
Caius was
already
at
dead.
the time looking at them.
They're already dead.
Caius was looking at them going, they don't look that evil, actually, now that they get the close-up look.
They're
They're just...
already dead. So he's going to do that.
Whoa!
Is that all right?
Oh, is this
Oh
some kind
Lord,
of...
my ratings.
I'm gonna say Caius. Caius. Caius, trust me.
Should I get a blanket?
Caius, the
I'm,
conversation will go a lot more quickly if they know we're serious.
They're dead. I think they know.
I'm.
I don't think the message is for the dead ones, it's for the ones we might encounter in the future.
Yeah. So
Well, their
so
heads are
I
all
so
kind
I
of small. We could all put one on.
I what do you call it? I go through and I systematically cut the heads off of each of the gnomes, and I've got a like by their hair I'm holding 5 heads, right?
They're
1,
kinda
2, 3,
bald,
4,
but-
5.
But,
So,
Okay,
and you wouldn't be able to get one of them
okay, I'll get one of them.
no, I mean you wouldn't be able. There's one that you wouldn't be able to get because Saldana's doggo kind of.
Killed it. Okay,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'll-
the
Did that
heads.
for you.
He's
Don't worry.
already got the head.
no worries. I've got 2 of them.
this is what they look like.
Got it. I've got 2 in each hand, and I'm holding them by the ears. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Just-
because they're kind of bald.
Sorry,
and what I'm
kids.
going to
Don't do this at home.
No worries. I've got two. I've got two by the ears in one hand, and two by the ears in the other hand. Right, just blood dripping from their necks, tongues hanging out, eyeballs like limp in their sockets. And I'm gonna say, "All right, Pen Bear. You said there's one that's still alive."
I'm going. I didn't want to interrupt, but as soon as I saw you do that, I walked away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pen Bear. Pen Bear. You said there's one that's
Yes.
still alive.
Is this necessary, Trius?
Is it necessary?
It's
What?
done.
Is the reason for doing this?
And as he contemplates that answer,
Mm-hmm.
we go to the ship, where Yora comes up from, well, she's down below deck yelling at Lazarus and Estinari.
I'm sorry, his title is Stupid Dodo Dumbutt.
I don't understand why you don't like him.
Is that Peter asking me, or is that Lazarus asking Yora?
Dear lady, why are you so mean to me?
Do you want to go into this right now?
Yeah. I want to get into it.
The others seem to have left the ship, and we are here. Let us talk. I'm a friendly man. I like you, Yora.
You don't know me.
I can see your heart.
You don't know my heart. You don't know me. All that you know is that I'm some pawn in some prophecy that you've heard of once upon a time. All that you ever tell us is blah, 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 blah. Everything happened in our life for a reason. You're telling me that my father died for some reason that you don't know, that I don't know. You're telling me that Trius' dad died for some reason that no one knows. You're telling us everything as bad as happened to us up to this point is for a reason, but you can't tell me that reason.
I am not the creator. I don't know all of the answers.
I don't care if you're not the creator. You are the messenger. And as of this point, you are the only person that I can focus this rage on.
Estinari kind of
Estinari,
growls a little bit under her
you
breath.
can growl at me all you want.
I love Yora. Please don't. Oh, wait. Estinari's a female, isn't she? Please don't upset the master.
He's named after a living dead person. He's not much better, really. So what is upsetting him going to do? Make him work faster?
His heart is weak. He cannot
Well-
take too much stress.
Well, then why is he out here on an adventuring boat where we're certain to meet certain doom all the time?
Because he cares so much for all of you, that he is willing to give his life in service to the prophecy and to those named in the prophecy. All
Well,
of
then
you.
why is he here on this boat while a whole bunch of strong, able-bodied other people are all fighting this prophecy? Why isn't he leading this prophecy? It's just another super classic case of wise men wandering and strong men dying, and nothing changes.
You are right. I should
know.
be more
I know.
involved. I'm not named in the prophecy, but I should be helping more. You are
But here you
absolutely right. Throw her off the no, I'm kidding. Wouldn't help. You can fly. He kind of sighs and then wanders off to his quarters, mumbling under his breath, named in the prophecy. Think they're all that. I don't understand why they can't see that I am trying to help them.
I
As
don't want to be
Denari
named in
watches
the
him go
prophecy.
and rolls her eyes and shakes her head and looks at you and says, please go easy on him.
Well, maybe if he didn't have such, I don't know. It's very hard to have faith in something that is so ambiguous when all that we've seen and we've suffered is very concrete and the loss is very permanent.
To be fair, he has lost all of his brothers in the Brotherhood. He is the last prophet of about 25 prophets. He has lost close friends. They were his family. So he has lost as much as, maybe not blood family, but he has lost much as well. And his health is waning. And he knows that this quest may probably kill him before it is over.
I mean, I guess. Whatever. Where did everyone else go? He said everyone left. Where did everyone go? Where are we? What's happening?
Okay, so the others, while you were down talking to Lazarus, Pen Bear went in the form of a wolf.
Slash. Okay. It's also like kind of break time, so we can fill in on
I
break.
was just
Yeah.
gonna say that. Might as well take a break now.
Yep. Okay,
And we'll
it is
catch up.
actually time. So, okay, so
Run.
thank you, viewers, for tuning in. We will be back in a few minutes. I hope you will stick around. And we will be back shortly. Thank you. Hello,
It's
everybody. We are back.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
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 Pen Bear Wade.
Bonjour.
Oh, I did the Pen Bear Wave last night on Theogenia.
Woohoo!
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ash was like,
Such a good
woohoo,
wave.
Kraken, come get me. And then I killed it. Bam.
Mm.
I'm missing a window here. Let's see.
Please tell us, good DM, where is
am-
the camera situated at this moment?
The camera is situated upon the village.
Mm.
But we will slide it over there to the ship. Yora, you would, if you come out on deck, you can, Rome would tell you where the rest of the group went. And you could probably fly there if you want.
I probably would just go up top and look for them, assuming that they are eventually going to be coming back to here. And depending on how long they have been gone, I will give them about 7 minutes before I go looking for them.
About 7 minutes long, and I would have expected you to wait.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She might be a little inflective of the Lazarus situation, but only a tiny bit.
Roger.
But about
Um,
6.5 minutes worth. And
Oh.
then 30 seconds of being annoyed. No, flip that. 30 seconds of inflection, 5.5 minutes of being annoyed.
Nice.
Okay.
That's the-
And then returning back to the village, we see that our characters,
Mm.
Trius, Caius, Saldana, Pen Bear, and a big old wolf, Shadow Wolf, whoa, who is metamorphosizing.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Another one.
Are we? Yeah. Do we want to do like a cut back to the last thing Saldana said?
Sure. What was the last thing Saldana said?
Trius, is this necessary?
Necessary. Necessary. And I'm gonna hold up these two heads and I'll be like, I don't know what is necessary anymore. I used to think that the world was filled with good people. And now what I'm finding out is that there are truly evil people out here, Saldana. Evil people who cannot be reasoned with. People who cannot be persuaded. People who will attack and kill us for no reason whatsoever other than that some old story, some prophecy told them that they had to murder us and our families. I'm done. I'm done. Like
Trius,
this is it.
there are evils out there. And Trius, could you... This is going to sound weird, but could you roll me a perception check?
No, that's not weird at all.
I have a reason for it.
Just break
Yeah.
the fourth wall.
So
There you
as-
go.
Oh, great! They're
as-
phasing me out now.
15.
So
15.
as Saldana says there are evils in this world, you see her eyes glance over at Caius for a second and then look back at you.
Of course.
There
Oh,
are
man.
evils in this world, Trius.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, even if there are unspeakable horrors and evils out there, wouldn't you want to be the one good?
I mean, what does it mean? What does it mean to be good? I think is the question we need to ask ourselves, right? I mean, we have been in situation after situation in which our refusal to act decisively and swiftly has led to more death and destruction. I think I'm at the point now where I think that the way to heal the world is to cut the cancer out of the world, right? That there are things that fundamentally cannot be fixed, cannot be healed. I used to think that with enough of time anyone could be rehabilitated. Anyone could be brought to see the light, could be re-educated, could be reformed. But these people, I approached as someone injured, needing help, and they tried to murder me. Like, these people cannot be reasoned with. They cannot be turned. They cannot be changed. And the only help that we can provide to the world at large is to rid the world of these people.
Trius,
Yes,
these are people that are half your size,
they are.
and they see you approach. What did you expect them to do when they see you covered in blood brandishing a weapon?
I wasn't brandishing it. I was leaning on it
You were holding
as
a
a
weapon.
crutch.
Both you and the weapon were covered in blood. While I agree they did attack you first, we also fought them and we knocked them unconscious. We didn't need to, and we did kill them. There is no need for us to sever their heads. At that point, that doesn't make us any better than the creatures that we are fighting against.
But I
And
think
I-
that I hear what you're saying, Saldana. But I think that the means. I think that I think that the intention is important, right?
So you got your message across. We killed them. Why did we need to sever their heads as well? Who is that
Because-
message for?
The message is not for the ones that we've killed. The message, if I cannot reason, if I cannot persuade these people through normal conversation, then my next step is to stroll in with a large enough show of force that they will be intimidated into surrendering.
And who are you intending to intimidate and surrendering that's around here?
That's around here? Well,
Are you going to carry those heads with you from now on?
I mean, that was the plan.
Trius, no.
That was the plan.
I don't care. You are not carrying the severed heads of creatures that we have killed around with you.
Just one.
Would you
One.
carry?
Just to make
no.
a statement.
No. Trius,
Trius, roll
Look.
persuasion against.
No, I'm not gonna roll persuasion against a party member. That's not how persuasion works.
I
Trius.
know, I was
Yeah,
joking.
here's what I'm saying. And look, they've already died, right? They've already died. And so what can we do to make their deaths serve the greater goal of peace and good? If we can use their deaths and their bodies to prevent more harm and death by cutting off their heads and parading them about as a warning to those who would attack us, then I would say that is a
Gross.
good use for these lives that have already been spent.
Trius, what you were trying to do is just going to make you appear more of a monster in the people's eyes that we might not want to appear a monster to. The people that are going to attack us are going to attack us regardless if we carry heads around us.
I understand,
That's going
but
to
I
bring
would-
us more troubles than it's worth. And
I
do
hear
you
what you're
really want to carry a head around you wherever you go?
Saldana, I would rather appear to be a monster than be a monster, right? I don't want to have to kill any more people than we already have, but we keep
It's-
running into these situations in which murder is the answer. And
Trius.
and if there's anything I can do to just stop killing people, I would, but I'm finding it really hard to do that.
You can only appear to be something long enough before you become it.
Well, I'm glad that Tika's not here then.
And Saldana's going to walk away.
While they were talking,
As you're walking away, it's like, so no heads?
you already cut the heads off.
Saldana's not even going to answer.
I'm gonna throw the head down on my feet dejectedly and just. Damn it!
All right, first of all, Jen, why did you have to point out how difficult I was struggling to keep a straight face there?
This is so.
Because
This
it
is
was
so
so
much fun,
great.
though. This
It
is
was
so
so
much
great.
Fun, though.
Yeah.
This is so much fun, though.
I'm gonna clip it. Don't worry. I'm gonna clip it.
I was trying so hard to make cutting heads off seem like a rational decision. I don't know that I got there.
I don't think you
I tried.
I
did.
don't think you did.
What?
It was close. I mean,
I was trying so hard.
I
trying
was
so
looking
hard.
for some slow, sad violin music to play while you were talking, but I couldn't find it quick enough.
I was gonna say while they're having this conversation, I was gonna go up to Penbear and be like, so
What are your thoughts on
Typically-
heads?
I would bury the body. I don't know. At this point, what do you how do you feel like we should deal with this? Generally, I don't like to disrespect creatures.
It's too much, guys. I know everything is crazy. I know we're all losing our mind one way or another right now, but this is too much. There's no need for all of this. I don't know what to do. I really don't.
I used to trust Trius.
Yeah.
He's changed. I think something's different.
I don't know.
To trust you, so there's not.
And Pete, I assume that I heard all of that discussion between.
Oh,
Yes.
we were not
between,
quiet. We were
they
definitely not
yeah,
quiet.
you guys were basically like screaming at each other.
Did you
Or
wake up
So-
to know?
no, the gnome is technically unconscious. I assume he rolled all of his saves and he's stable and whatever. But yeah, I choked him. He's not asleep. Unless the DM says otherwise. I don't know what to do. We've been thrown in this situation, and I think we're all dealing with this. I don't know if it's the wrong way. I don't know. I mean, some of us are, I think.
I know we were going to have Trius speak with these folks. Maybe that was our plan when we came from the ship to rescue you. He was going to be our envoy of communication, and we were.
That was the plan, to let him talk to people the way he's been acting for the past weeks.
Well,
That's interesting.
yes, I guess I didn't think that would happen. But seeing as I mean, you have this one here. You were saying you have one subdued.
Yeah, I mean, I did get some information out of him before I knocked him unconscious, which, you know, not cutting his head off. I don't know what to do. So basically, right now, all my people are in the ruins, which is where we were going, and there's a king there, I guess, that we're gonna have to deal with. So
Your king, or
we don't have a king. Firbolgs are. We don't even have names. We're just like people helping each other and staying away from everything, and you know, everything that we've done so far is, you know, we're not avoiding anything right now, and I don't know.
yeah,
I don't
can
like
see
it.
how that's out of your nature for sure.
I'm saying that I'm not comfortable with how the past few weeks have been going on is an understatement.
I think we're all definitely out of our comfort zones.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, we've got that gnome here. I don't even want to tell Trius at this point. Like, I just wanted to get information out of him.
Well, perhaps we. I mean, it's too late to go back now.
What didn't you all want to tell me?
Speak for the devil.
I was wondering when you were gonna butt in this discussion, seeing how you were walking around us.
Well, actually, what had happened was I'd walked in, and then I'd heard you mention my name, and I thought maybe I should just step away and give you some space. But then I
No,
thought
Trius,
I
it's
heard,
just,
so I'd come
I
back.
don't
and
want
just-
I don't want to talk behind your back or anything. It's just
well, then don't do it.
it's too much. Well, yeah, but Caius asked me a question, and you know what you just did came up, and I don't agree with it. It's too much. Like
I was about to check their pockets, and then you just grabbed him and then started cutting his neck, and I was like, whoa.
Look.
Sure. But
I do
All right,
understand
all
what
right.
you said, Trius. I just
All right.
think it's too much. Now we
It
do.
appear-
I did get some information out of this gnome, and I will put myself in front of the door, I
Tent?
guess, of that tent.
Yeah. This gnome.
Uh,
There's another gnome in this door.
Yes, he
In this
is
door.
unconscious. I did choke him so that he wouldn't be an issue. The information that
Good thing
I
he's
got
not a merchant.
is that orking, but that's coming up. Is that all of my people were gathered into the ruins, which we were gonna get to. For what purpose? I don't know. He tried to get help from others, so I had to render him unconscious. I'm not even gonna mention the king. So, I mean, there's no way I'm mentioning that while Trius is around.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
it appears that the path before us is clear. We must go to the temple and explore and
Yes,
understand what has happened to our people.
but we
do-
do need a plan, and we do need to be wary of what can happen. My people is there.
Yeah, the plan to me seems very simple, right? We go to the temple, we meet the evil where it stands, and we cut it out of this world.
No,
No, we don't.
I'm
We
not-
allow it to survive so it can continue to
No,
enslave
that's- no.
and
you
I'm
simplify everything, Trius. It's not.
mean,
it's not
I mean,
black and
it's-
white.
I mean
It
the
is-
world that we appear to be existing in is a very simple one.
No, that's the
There are
thing that
e-
you're. No, Trius, stop.
They're evil
That
people.
is not how it works.
Are you sure?
Yes,
You're saying these people can be reasoned with.
Trius, you were a good person before, and you thought
I still-
everything was good.
I still
Are
am.
you still a good person?
I believe so.
Did you try to talk to those gnomes before attacking?
Yes, I was asking them for help.
And you had
I
no
was-
intention of attacking beforehand.
Not unless they were going to attack me. I was asking them for help. They chose to attack someone who was wounded, who was asking them for help. That is what happened.
To an outsider, I'm just the past little while. You have definitely changed.
You're not an
And-
outsider, Penbear, and it insults me that you would call yourself an outsider. We are
I'm not-
traveling companions.
I understand, but I'm saying like from a different perspective then, not necessarily an
Okay.
outsider, but from a
Yeah.
different perspective. You have become more inclined to violence before anything else, and that is not being good.
Is it? Are you sure? Because it appears to me.
I'm
that
gonna
this-
look at Caius and just like back me up here.
I just have to ask you, so, like, Tris,
Here's what I will say.
I'm coming closer to these gnomes now than, like, we were. I just took Saldana's word for it that they were gnomes, and when we got close enough, it was pretty dark still, but I assumed they were very evil, and having they did attack you, they did come into this altercation naturally, but the whole thing sort of goes a little sideways for me when, well, we did murder them all, but they don't seem very evil. I mean, like, they're just living in a village here. There's nothing telling me around here that they're up
Well,
to no good,
except for when they chose to attack someone who was wounded and approached them asking for help. You mean except for that part?
I suppose.
All I'm saying.
But you don't know anything about this area. Like, how do we even know if the Furbolgs left on their own accord? I mean, how do we know that these people had anything to do with it, other than knowing where they are? I'm just wondering how we can be so sure that we are striking evil from the world.
I'm sure of it.
I've up until today never questioned you.
Here's what I will say. The problems that have been placed before us cannot be solved with reason and persuasion alone.
Agreed.
The evil that we have come to face can only be stamped out by the force of a blade.
My issue with what you're saying is that there's no thinking behind it. Like
it may not seem to you that I have that I am thinking about my actions, but I swear to you that I am. And I think the conclusion that I have come to is that every moment of hesitation between the identification of evil and the cutting out of it is time that evil can fester within the world and do more harm to those that we love.
What will happen if you realize after the fact that you cut out good from this world because of your judgment? Or, that you were wrong about what you judged was evil?
Well, then I can only hope that in that case, that I will have cut out more evil than good.
But that's not.
Would then there
that's
be
just not good enough.
Coming along to cut you out?
I mean, I think we all have our own tolerances for what are acceptable losses. This is where I am. And if you feel like that is a line that I have crossed that makes you uncomfortable with me or my decision making, then I think we should have a team meeting.
I'm just asking for a little bit more patience before we. I'm tired of killing. I've done enough killing in my life already, and we're stuck in that position where we're the world champions for some reason, like because I can read a book that nobody can read. Like there has to be another way.
Possibly, but here's what I will say to you, is that I've lived most of my life without killing. And I'm tired of not killing.
How do you even answer that?
Ice just walks away.
While you guys are having your talk, Sildana is going to be busy dragging the corpses of the gnomes, putting heads with them, and burying them outside of the village.
Oh, you're
Okay.
burying the heads?
And the corpses.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
I'm just gonna shake my head and so Peter,
Yeah.
what's the status of the gnome in the tent? Like, is he like just unconscious and like at 0 hit points and stabilized and that?
Yeah. Well, if you wake him up, he'll have a fair amount of hit points, but right now he's just choked out, basically. So.
Okay. Yeah, after what I literally don't know what to say to that. I'm just gonna shake my head, go in the tent, and wake up the gnome. Well, actually, I'm gonna, tie him with some ropes first, and then grab him, put him on my shoulder, and go call Fantis and go towards him. I'm not gonna talk to anyone, and I'm just gonna walk towards Fantis and try to get to the boat.
Okay, so as you leave the village with him over your shoulders, you see Sildana burying the other deep gnomes. I almost called them goblins. In 5 little shallow graves, which are there at the top of the screen now. Well, not the top, but outside the village. And y'all go back to the ship, and I will move the sleeping one to the ship. While
I imagine Caius and Sildana are silently burying 5 headless gnomes. Just in this awkward, yep, this is what we should be doing.
No.
Honoring the dead and awkward.
Yeah, Trius is moodily sitting in the shade, sharpening his scimitar.
So, Pembear, do you carry it across the bridge to Fantis, or you whistle for Fantis? So, because you flew over on Fantis.
Yeah, no, I'm calling Fantis. I assume that he's gonna hear me. I know he's pretty far, but
Not
I assume
anymore.
that yeah. And then just go on Fantis and fight to the bridge. I'm not talking to anybody, looking at anybody. I'm just gonna go back to the bridge.
Okay, you mind
boat,
if I
and
move your
that's it.
token?
No, go ahead. It's fine. I assume there's a brig of some kind on the boat somewhere where we can
Yes,
log him in.
there is.
Okay.
Oh,
So that's where I'm gonna go and put him in there. See if
So please,
So,
set the scene as you guys are returning to a boat. Trius is covered in blood, and there's a deep gnome, and Caius and Saldana are sulking, and anything else?
I don't think Sildana is sulking.
Okay, Caius is sulking.
He is pissed.
Saldana's pissed.
This is very confused and constantly looking around at all his teammates and wondering what's happening here. This seemed to be so stable before.
so all of you go back to the ship?
yeah. Riora, do you want to roll an insight just for fun?
I would love to. Yes, I can do that for sure. Oh, I don't have my your dice out. It's okay. I can use Ash dice. Sorry.
Ash dice.
It's an 18 plus insight. It's a dirty 20.
Sounds good. So, what do you call it? I think what you'll see in terms of Trius is that he is kind of standing apart from the rest of the party, and looks like angry, but as you look a little bit more closely, there's like just a hint of shame and regret.
Oh,
But like he's like trying to mask it with anger, if that makes sense.
I get it.
There you go. You're good at reading people.
Yeah. Would anyone like to fill me in? I was just yelling at Lazarus downstairs, and everyone just disappeared, and now the whole vibe in this whole room is way off.
Caius just walks past Yura silently, and then walks up to Rome and puts his hand on his shoulder. This is
Well, hi, you too, guys.
you're not so bad. Thanks for letting us use the ship. Alright. Go to his quarters.
Okay.
Okay, I guess
Ro-
Caius is not going to be any help. Anybody? Any little tidbit? Where are we going? Penbear, where are we heading?
I
Did you
guess to
find
the
your
temple. Well, no. Is Trius close to us?
He's walked off towards the bird's nest or whatever, the eagle's nest, the
Physically,
roost.
Eagle's Nest?
Is he
Crow's
physically
nest.
close? Like you mean physically, emotionally?
He is
Is-
emotionally distant. He's got all of his emotional walls up,
That's
and he's
yeah.
holed in his little "I've done no wrong" mentality. Right?
Yeah.
He's not listening.
So I'm gonna go through the whole thing, saying like, I saw that my people were not there, so I just went, tried to get some information. I did get information from the gnome that I captured, but then I guess everybody else tried to. I'm not even sure why. Like everybody like got into the village, and all the gnomes are dead. Trees cut off their heads for reasons. I don't know what's going on, Yura. I truly don't.
I was gone for 7 minutes, Penbear. I left you guys alone for maybe 10 minutes.
To be fair, Penbear, the reason why we went to the village is we didn't know where you were. We saw you turn into a wolf,
Yeah.
and that was it.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
we will file this one under needs work, and the next step is yes, Eldon?
I think needs work it's an understatement.
Yeah, it really is in this party. But it's I have learned with us that letting folks cool down for a hot minute is going to be more productive than trying to jump in and fix everything off the bat. So let's just focus on the next step. And I'm sure during the next 30-day trip, when we had nothing else to do besides talk, we could talk about it then.
I'm not sure if I want to go to the next step the way that it's going now.
What is the next step?
Well, my people were captured and they were walked, or they were driven to the ruins, and I guess there's a king there. I couldn't get too much out of the gnomes, but I mean,
King of
I
of your people or King of Gnomes?
we don't have kings. We're just, a community, or like I tried to explain to Caius, we don't even have names. Like we're just living in peace, and there's no reason for all of this. I don't know what's going on. and I don't know if I want Trius close to my people at this point. Like I'm afraid he's gonna act out and
Well,
like something bad's gonna happen.
why would he act out towards your people?
Not towards my people, but if he reacts like before even thinking, like just because he wants to quote get like cut out evil from this world, it might not be the right decision at that time. We need to think things through. Like it can't be just all just kill everybody because they're supposedly evil. We don't even know if some people are evil that we killed so far. I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know.
Okay, well, we don't have to have all the answers right now, in regards to Trius, but we do need the answer of who has your people and how do we get them out.
Yes.
So it sounds like we're going to the temple. I'm sure our very stealthy master of stealth and mistress of stealth and me can be stealthy-ish and figure out something and then make a plan from there. We don't have to have all of life's answers right now. We just need to know the next step.
Yeah.
Where were you 20 minutes ago?
You know what? I was trying to talk sense into Lazarus too, because he's a walking old dead man, and I'm not really sure what. Yeah, that was a whole nother thing. I had that conversation, and I feel a little bit better, and I feel a little bit worse. But again, we don't have to have all of life's answers right now. I just need to figure out the next step, which is.
Did he have any answers
No, of course not.
for you?
No,
Oh,
of course not. I got a little bit of a sob story about how he lost all of his brothers, and it maybe sympathetic just a little bit, but I'm still mad. I think everyone just has a lot of displaced anger, and I, for one, choose Lazarus to be that slapping post. So maybe we can just sit Trius and Lazarus down, and maybe Trius can take a lot of aggression out on that guy. But
I don't think that's the wisest plan. I don't think we want to have Lazarus slapped to death.
you know what? I don't know at this point. I don't know.
I understand your frustration with Lazarus and his inactions.
It's
There's
not
no
just
need to
his
suffer him to that
inactions.
fate.
It's more than just inactions. It's all. Saldana, he was saying that everything that's happened, your parents, my parents, Trius's parents, Kaya's parents, like Sass
Yes.
missing. He's saying that all of that is for a reason.
That's what Lazarus has spent his entire life believing.
It's wrong.
I
It's
don't
wrong
disagree
to
with-
negate
I
all of everything because it's for a prophecy.
I do not disagree with you. That doesn't mean we need to put him in the same room as Trius and just leave them be.
It was a suggestion.
Fair.
Or maybe we
it's-
can just because
it's
I
not the
understand
worst.
Trius's. I completely understand where he's coming from. He thought everyone was so like everything was so black and white.
Trius just decapitated the heads of the dead unnecessarily.
That's what
I don't
Yep,
think
that's a
we
bit
can
much.
take Trius for being level-headed right now.
No, but maybe we can. Is Trius up here? Trius is down, right? Okay, cool. But maybe we can redirect some of that anger in a way that is both helpful and maybe get some of his issues off. So we need to find out whoever has Penbear's people, and we can. Because obviously, whoever has Penbear's typically peaceful people captured, locked up, like those are just not going to be good people, right? Like
Penbear, this is your home and your people. I think the only person that can decide what we do as a group is you.
It's not what to do that's the issue. It's how to do it. I'm just not sure I trust some people to be there. I mean, we don't know what's going on,
Do we want to
but
scout and figure out what's going on? I think between you and me and Fantis and Yor, because she can fly as well, we can at least scout and figure out what's going on and then determine where to go from there.
what about? I mean, we can talk to the gnome too. I mean, we brought him back for that to see if he could still be useful.
About that, did you bring him along to talk? Because if you brought him along to talk, I would gladly talk to him, but I will not stand that we are not going to harm him. I will
Oh.
draw the line there.
Oh no, I brought him, yes, to talk, but another reason is to make sure that he was in a safe place in a way from Trius at that moment. I didn't know what Trius was going to do to that gnome, so yeah.
I appreciate your level-headedness. We need more of that in our group.
Quick, real quick.
Yes.
What are y'all's passive perceptions?
Not great. 15.
not
yeah,
as good
15.
not as good as the 20 that you rolled.
Okay, cool. Then as soon as Saldana says, like, because Yor can fly also, Yor's gonna, like, reach up behind Saldana's hair and, like, pull her hair over a little bit and also pull out a coin and say, and I've been kind of practicing my sneakiness.
And Sildana's just gonna, where, how? That's amazing.
Magic has
So-
entered the world.
So Sildana is gonna have like a look of pure like. I'm trying to think how to describe this. She's going to have like the look of like a parent when their kid like walks their first steps. She's like incredibly proud of you right now.
I know I was muted, but when I did that, I did say magic.
Okay, so we need to get to the temple.
Yes.
We need to find a way without we need to find a sensitive way of splitting up the party for scouting, and then Caius and Trius. What should we have them do?
Get on the boat,
Doing what on the boat though? Because between
waiting for us to return.
Okay.
Do we trust either of them?
I trust
I
Caius
don't right
always.
now.
Either meaning
That makes
Caius
one
and
of
Trius?
us. Yes.
I honestly I
do not.
I trust them both.
I'm a mixed bag when it comes to that. Caius is dealing with powers that he might not understand.
We're all dealing with powers that we might not understand. Magic literally just came back to the
I
world.
understand, but can I just finish what I was gonna say?
Of course, Pen Bear, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I almost feel like I'm at work. But Trius is just it's all emotions. Like there's no rhyme or reason for what he's doing right now. So I don't even know. I'm almost tempted to say like we need to keep Trius close to us to make sure he's not doing things that he shouldn't. But at the same time, I want him as far away as my people as possible right now.
Why don't Pete? About what time of day is it? I'm
It
guessing
is
it's
the
pretty
middle of the
late
night.
in the evening, right?
Yeah, it's still.
Okay. That's what I thought. Why don't we rest? In the morning, the three of us can scout and get an idea of what's going on. And then we go from there. I think right now, the thing that we all could use is some rest without making any decision.
I wouldn't say no to that. The problem is that my people are there. I don't know. I don't know.
You're not wrong, and I understand why you'd be concerned. And if you would much rather go now, then I understand that.
Yura
be
did
more-
say earlier that it's always best. We're always at our best when we're calm and collected, when everybody's cooled down. So I think the rest might be a better solution to this right now.
Would you feel more comfortable scouting now, understanding, and then going from there in the morning, or waiting and scouting in the morning? Because I can see it going two ways. Or really 3 ways. We scout now and it's fine, and we wait till the morning. We scout now and it's not fine, and we make our move now. Or we wait in the morning and those 2 options are still there.
I mean, I guess Fantas
How
could get
far
us.
do we have to travel tonight?
Where are the mountains?
It's
Yeah.
not that far.
I actually moved the ship over to where it needs
Yeah.
to be already, but it's in the center of the one of the wings of the island, the east wing. Yeah, sounds like a mansion. So, I mean, if you look at the map of Eagle Island, you can see it plainly from the deck of the ship. Even when the ship was further back, you can see the remains of some ruins of a temple, a dilapidated temple. Wow, I got to use a big word.
Mm-hmm.
And
We're pretty much already there.
well, that's because I moved the ship in advance, but
Right, but it would have taken, what, like an hour or 2 to get there from where we were?
on the ship a bit less, 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah. So, like, yeah.
So
we'd
where's
probably be there by the end of this conversation.
Where's the gnome president?
Presently, he's down in the brig.
No, the president.
Oh,
The gnomes.
We don't know that
yeah.
Yeah, we don't know that. We just know he's
Yeah.
somewhere in the temple
in the temple.
with the Fairbolt.
Yeah. I'll tell you where he is.
Wouldn't he normally be in the West Wing?
But I'll tell you where he normally
was
be.
Such
Yeah,
a
is
huge build-up.
at the other end of
That
this
would-
map,
yeah.
right here.
Oh,
That was a long walk for a very short drink of water.
yeah. Still on my list of shame. I've never watched that show. I will at some point.
So
Okay, so
And
our
I think-
options are, sorry, Saldana. Our options are go tonight, come back, figure it out in the morning. Our options are, it's option 1. Option 2, wait till the morning, go in the morning. What was option 3?
So those are the 2 options we have. The outcomes are we find things we don't like with either option, have to react immediately. The problem is, if we have to react immediately now, none of us are in a good state. Let's be real. We may be fine, healthy, but
Oh,
We're
I'm
not.
fine. I don't know. Like, you guys don't just tuck trauma away and it just adds another voice to your head? Like, isn't that's normal, right? That's like, I'm fine. I don't know.
no,
Oh, okay.
I haven't been fine in a very long time.
That's very true. I I think we all tend to forget that a lot of us are still going through a lot of things.
Yeah, we need a new definition of fine
Yeah.
at this point.
Trius included, Caius included,
Definitely.
Saldana included, Pen Bear included.
Yep.
And you, Yora.
Tucked away, way deep. Way deep. Don't worry about it. It's way deep.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
I know I'm going to lose this because
Versus what?
15. And I'm assuming you're going to roll higher than that almost by default. But
What do I need to roll against?
so I rolled an insight of 15, so you're rolling against that. Whether you want to do deception or
Persuasion.
persuasion's up to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Turn it off like a light switch. Just go click.
Oh
Alright.
God. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yours
Fine.
fine.
Yours fine.
Yura is
Your
perfectly
is
fine.
your is the new the new dictionary definition of fine.
Yeah. Absolutely. You also can't roll below an 18 on any of her checks.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Oh.
But no, but she did say, like, you just tuck that trauma down and just adds a voice and it's fine. It's fine. It's normal. We'll untuck that all at a later date. But you know what?
I've never heard-
Someone
I-
has to be not going nuclear right now.
I don't think I've ever heard a voice in my head, but oh,
You know what? That's
take
really
your word for
worrisome
it.
to me.
I have heard a voice in my head once, and it was when I found and she'll pull out the egg.
yes.
How's that going, by the way?
You know, I think it's as much a part of me as I'm a part of it at this point.
And we still don't know its name.
Well,
You didn't choose Fluffernutter,
sorry, I did
No.
not.
What about Perfectenschlag?
No.
I heard that word has a secondary definition.
It does, and we don't know what's in this egg. It could be perfect pork anus. We don't know.
I hope not.
Joke would be on you, wouldn't it? You got pork butt wings. Anyway, okay. So back to planning and scheming. So we need to figure out. Okay, if you guys need a rest, I don't have a problem with that.
Now, keeping in mind that you all faced such a deadly battle just now.
Keeping in mind that nobody
the-
asked Peter.
The battle itself wasn't hard.
No.
The results of it were.
It's the fallout.
Yeah.
We added stakes to it.
I
I'm gonna let you finish your sentence, and then I'm gonna enter the scene, just so you know.
okay. Depending on how far you are, my my voice might change a little bit. I'll just whisper a little bit to Saldana. I wouldn't mind scouting a little bit. We need more information as to what's going on. We can't go in like just trying to kill everything that's evil, as Trius says. Like we can't do that anymore.
I don't think
Absolutely, and-
Trius really wants to go through and just kill everything. I think he just wants to know what's going on. Doesn't want to be confused anymore.
That's
So,
literally what he said. Like he wants to cut evil from this world, but he doesn't understand that he doesn't have the right to judge people before like attacking them. Like he's gonna decide who's evil or who's not, and just gonna attack, and that's it.
Putting aside my ability or inability to judge who is evil and
Atreus.
who is not. Hey, how's it going? What is our next step? Look, I think we need to move with haste, right? We've just killed a bunch of gnomes, and we don't know what the rotation schedule is on gnomes in the village versus gnomes at the temple.
We
We
just flew like an hour away from all of that. So do you think that gnomes change out?
Well, I don't know, right? I don't know if like some of these gnomes were resting, and they might have been resting to go in for a night shift. I think that.
Well, if it took us 20 minutes to fly here, I'm sure that's at least an hour.
Absolutely. I'm not saying we need to move
two separate
now.
contingencies.
What I'm saying is, if the guards change in the morning, they're gonna find out that something has happened, and at that point, we'll have lost the
Yes,
element of surprise.
Yes, I was just telling
what I'm saying.
Saldana and Penbear here that if we were discussing the same things, and I said that if they wanted to rest, that I would respect that. But I also think that going and at least keeping an eye on the situation while some of us stay here to make sure that no messengers seem to be going from the village to the temple. Keeping an eye out for that while some others of us go and maybe look at the temple and get a better picture of what's going on, and then we can reconvene here on the ship and plan from there.
I think that sounds like a great idea, Saldana. You've got your 1 mile eyesight. Do you think that it might be a good idea for you to stay on here to just keep an eye out for any comings and goings between the temple and the village?
I would prefer trying to figure out what's going on with the temple. But if you
Saldana can get a
feel-
high advantage point. But high advantage.
Precisely.
Right. Well then, Yora, would you like to stay back and keep an eye out? I know since you were able to fly, you'll be able to get really high and be able to see what's going on between here and the temple.
Well, doesn't someone now have a griffin? Isn't that a thing that they can? Isn't that a thing? Isn't that why that griffin thing is?
I mean, Caius has a griffin, but he hasn't been very excited about riding said griffin. I think he prefers to stay on the deck or on the ground.
He's avoided that griffin like I've been avoiding him the last several weeks.
Yeah, they're not friends yet.
Okay. I mean, I do not mind. I do not mind being the eyes on the road, and she's like trying to like fix this.
Okay, so do you want to you and Caius stick here, and I'll go with Penbear and Saldana.
No.
No.
That's not happening.
I think
why not?
Trius, are you particularly good at seeing things in the dark?
Like 60 feet or so, but I can't, not from up here.
Okay.
I can't. We're too high up. The only person who can see that far is Saldana.
I think the best plan would be for me and Penbear to scout. Trius, you and Yora and Caius, and can I get you guys to roll another perception check for me?
Sure,
Me,
absolutely.
me as well.
Yeah.
I would be so excited to roll a perception check. I got a 23.
You guys all know. You guys notice there is a significant hesitancy when Sildana mentions Caius. Like a very significant amount of hesitancy in saying his name. I think you three stay here and watch for any of those gnomes going to or from the mountain towards the village.
All right. Here is what I will say about this plan. I think that it is a good one, provided that y'all can get word to us in case things go wrong.
So
right? We don't want to be in a situation again where either Pembear or you disappear and we end up needing to come in and complicate things.
Agreed, but Pembear and I are only going to scout and see what's going on, and then I correct me if I'm wrong, Pembear. Our plan is to return here, and then we can make an informed plan.
All right.
Yes.
Is there a time by which, if you have not returned, we should launch an assault?
An assault, no, but definitely a secondary reconnaissance mission with the intent to extract and.
I
That's
mean, my
If-
assumption
if-
is that if they do not return by that time, that they're being held captive against their will.
We're not
if you
going into
see-
the building.
Yeah. If you see, I will send Fences back if there's anything wrong.
All right.
Is that good enough?
That sounds
That
great,
is
Penbear. That sounds like a super
fantastic.
great. Does anyone want to go talk to Caius, because he just blew by me earlier? So I think that something is. I don't know if he's upset with me or if it's just upset with life in general. So maybe we can just cut over to what Caius is doing in his room. Insert
Sounds
one
like a
cutscene.
fantastic idea. Boom. Done. Caius? What are you doing in your room?
Well,
Could Caius please be talking in the mirror to himself, but it's Eric?
now listen, Caius.
What? Caius.
No, that's too weird.
Okay. We gotta save your background so that we can do this scene eventually.
Guys, just he's got his candles lit. He's got his prayer thing set up, and he's looking for inspiration from the beyond, trying to figure out what the heck he's got himself into. Because it was originally just bring this tiefling woman to where she needed to go, and then it turned into this prophecy, and now he's noticed this guy that he used to know in a dream has turned into one of the scariest people he knows, and it doesn't seem like his new friends really seem to trust him the way that he feels like they should. So he's looking for he's asking out loud, I guess, too, for some kind of direction, some kind of what exactly is the point of all this? I mean, I've always wanted an adventure. That's why I left home. That's why I was so eager to go. That's why I signed up to be a paladin. But it was never because I had a faith in you as much as I wanted to be used, to be useful, to have a purpose. And now I'm finding that I need faith. I need something to ground me, because this does not make any sense. So I'm asking you out there, what do I do? What do you want from me?
And as Caius sends his prayers up into the ether and speaks his heart, he doesn't hear a voice in his mind. He doesn't hear a voice out loud. But what he does feel is a warmth spread throughout his body, and an energy, and it's almost like you're being embraced by something unseen. It has substance. It is your hopes made substance almost, and yet you don't see it, you don't hear it, you just feel it. An embrace from the Forgotten One that wraps around you and gives you warmth, and as a result, for the next 24 hours, you have +5 temporary hit points.
Well, it's not like I expected an answer, but maybe I'll go see if there's food. I'm sure that bird is hungry too, so maybe I'll figure something out for that. Okay, back at it. Let's see if they figured out a plan or anything yet.
So he comes out on deck
Yep,
and
rejoin. Looking around to see if anybody's up there.
No.
they all snuck off the ship while you were down.
No. So you're coming back up, and Atreus is saying, so the plan is, Saldana, you and Pember are going to go recon, while the three of us here keep an eye out for any movements between the temple and the village. If anything goes wrong, Pember, you will send Fantis back to us, at which point we will launch a rescue mission. Is that about right?
About
Think
right.
so.
You
All right,
boys,
Caius?
you boys can take the ground, and I will take the high road.
No.
What am I doing? What? Sorry, I was late.
If-
Didn't realize we were having a meeting.
If things do turn the worse, and you do need to come after us, bring Yaramir with you, please. I think he'll be useful.
Who?
Bring who?
What's an arm? What?
Oh, Aramir, that's the wolf.
Ah,
Aramir?
Aramu.
Can you put it in
Aramir.
chat?
It never
Yeah.
told me its name.
He has now.
Aramir.
Aramir.
I will do. Maybe
Sounds
it'll
good.
keep me safe from that bird that's following me around nowadays too. I'm trying to feed it things, but honestly, if you guys haven't made, it just seemed a little bit bad taste to bring the gnomes up, but it's gonna need something. Like this thing could eat a horse, I'm sure. So
There is a kitchen downstairs.
well, we're
Down
fresh out
below
of
deck.
horses down there, so all I'm saying is if you do find something in the wild there, for Penbear, maybe you could keep an ear open for wild creatures that.
Well, Penbear and Saldana are going out and they're doing things.
Why
Trius-
don't you go hunting with it?
Trius, you and your thing can go, or Caius, you and your new pet can go work on hunting things. Trius can keep an eye out more solidly on the direct road, and I will take the high ground and keep an eye on both of you as best I can.
Sounds good.
Break.
And break.
Okay,
And-
so there are lots of giant eagles flying around above the island, by the way.
I think we would leave the giant eagles be. It seems like the right thing to do.
yeah.
Seeing as Penbear's relationship with the giant eagle is kind of important to him, we would all recognize that the giant eagles are off limits. Or at the very least, to be protected.
Leave the birds alone.
I thought.
It's a good thing you said that because I was supposed to go hunting.
There is wildlife on the island too. I mean, there's animals, wildlife, forest animals, that sort of thing.
Unless these are cannibalistic giant eagles, then there's got to be something.
Yeah, I mean, circle of life and all that. I'm a druid. I understand how it works. So, but still,
This
You know.
island is called Eagle Island. I think we can show some respect to the titular creature of this island. Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant that they could probably spare a few. Okay, yeah.
what is
I
it
was-
with this group wanting to kill everything?
I was going with the druid thing of circle of life and the.
Trius wants to kill all evil. Caius wants to. I'm not sure what Caius wants to kill outside of elves and other wildlife. Soldado wants to kill all shadow dragons. What do Penbear and Jorah want to kill all of?
Penbear at this point just wants to go back to his cave and be alone.
Just turn into a spider.
No, because I'm
yeah.
gonna be scared of you at that point.
Yeah.
Nice.
Soldado will fly over to Penbear and Fantas. Well,
Okay,
shall we
and
go?
so first off, Caius, what part of the island are you going to hunt on?
Oh, probably somewhere near the ship. Just in case I have to yell up to Yora. I don't know exactly. Probably, yeah, just within a mile of the ship, I would say.
Okay, I need a perception roll from you.
Eric, did you want to say something? I kind of cut over you.
Oh no, it's fine. I was gonna ask if we wanted to set up the temple this episode so that we have a strong lead in for the next one.
18.
18. As you and your pet, your griffin, are flying around.
Well, but before I get on the griffin at all, I have a talk with it. I cast Speak with Animals, and now listen. I've seen people do this before. I know it can be done. If you drop me, I swear to God, I will come back from the dead and haunt you. So let's do this. You, okay. So let's get some food.
So, with your 18, as you're flying away from the ship and you're looking for wildlife, you see things like rabbits hopping around. You see a few deer. You see wild boar. You see general forest, tropical wildlife, and in addition, with your 18, you also see in the distance to the east. You see what looks like bones of a large creature lying in the trees near the north. Yeah, right there. And
I know it's not exactly a meaty meal, but should we check that out? Looks interesting.
and they appear to be the remains of a dragon. They are old remains. There's no meat on these bones. It's pure bone and skeleton.
I would like to take a tooth.
Okay. You could take a tooth. I won't even make you roll for a tooth there. For a single tooth. So you reach up, you yank the tooth free, and this Well, you can't really tell what kind of dragon this was.
Considering I've never seen a dragon before, probably.
Well,
legit.
you've seen a shadow dragon. So, but
This is much
this,
bigger.
yes, it's much bigger. So while you are doing that, Pembear and Sadana, where are you going? Are you going to the temple ruins, or?
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna go down a little bit away from the temple, I guess, and just walk slowly.
Are we walking or
Temple?
flying?
Well, I mean, I don't want to land like in the middle of the temple, but I'm just saying
So-
like land a little bit away from the temple and then just walk there.
Okay.
So my thought process is we can fly there, get an overhead view.
Oh, just fly over it. Okay,
Uh-huh.
we could do that as well. And then I guess you can. How is your dark vision working? Are you still seeing like a mile away even when it's dark?
I can only see about 120 or so in the dark. But if it's a matter of getting close, and again, you'll see Saldana kind of quiet for a second, focus inward, and you'll see shadow exude from her to you as she casts Pastoral Trace on on you, Fantis, and herself.
Okay. I assume I realize what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
then I will let Fentus know to drop down a little bit. It's just another eagle flying around the temple.
So did
Did
your maps change for the two of you?
Yes. it
Okay.
did. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna fly around the temple and see, like, around 100 feet from the floor to see what's going on.
Okay.
And
As you fly over the temple area, you see the walls are mostly crumbled. There are a few partially upright structures, like there's a little building off to the southwest of the main temple. There are there's no roof to this temple at this point. Everything is
Yeah.
collapsed. You see the remains of an idol in the north center of the temple. You see a place that has graves and tombstones in the southeast of the temple area. You see a pond in the center south central area. The idol to the north is broken apart. That's what you can see from your height. It doesn't look like there's much left of it. It's crumbled and broken apart. And it looks completely unpopulated. You don't see any movement down there at all. You do see the remains of like pews where people would have sat at some point. But the wood that was used to make the pews is really old and cracked and in very bad shape. Some collapsed columns and that sort of thing. To the north of the temple is an uprising, like a cliff almost, that goes up about 30 feet. But inset into that cliff are holes, caves almost, very small caves, about 2.5, 3 feet tall.
would I know what the temple was for? I can't remember if we talked about that before, actually. Would Pembear know why that temple is there? Like, is there?
No,
what?
your people came to this island a long time ago and settled
Mhm.
right there where the village was. And to your people, this temple has always had a mysterious, haunting
Yeah.
feel to it. So
Yeah,
none of
it-
your people have ever been brave enough to venture into the temple area.
Yeah, I remember we said like it was basically off limits to us, that we never went there, but I couldn't remember if we knew what the temple was for.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have no idea what kind of temple it was even.
Okay. I can't hear anything, Saldana. Do you see anything? Is there anything around the ruins?
Saldana's so sneaky she's muted. I don't see anything. I see just ruins.
Okay. Is there any so there's nothing. Well, the gnome did say that there was like they were taken captive at the temple. I assume there's an entrance that we're gonna need to. I mean, it's all ruins, so
Well,
I can't.
I assume that
um,
you're not just hovering in place above the temple. That you're
No, we're flying. We're
yeah,
flying
so
around.
Saldana would like at this point she's gonna go up to like probably she's gonna go to the center of the temple and be flying probably 60 feet above it.
Okay. You do, from your position high above, you see a set of steps leading down into darkness. You can't really make out anything deep within where they're going. You see just how extensive the damage to the temple is. Not all of it looks like it's from the passage of time. You know, as you came down from about 100 feet above to about 60 feet, you're making out a few more details of the idol. It was a large statue, and it looks freshly broken. It doesn't look like it was broken a long time ago. It looks like something broke it more recently from that distance.
Can I so I have two questions. Can I make out what the idol looks like or was, and then can I make out and see if like there's any like footprints or anything like recent movement around the floor of the temple?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Can I make out any kind of like footprints or like
Not from
any
that
recent
height.
movement?
You would have to get probably a
Saldana,
bit closer to the ground.
fair enough. Saldana will look at Penbear and kind of gesture down and start kind of slowly descending to the floor.
Okay, and to what height would you like to go?
She'll drop to be about actually, she'll drop to be about a foot over the ground.
Okay. As you lower down, you do see the tiled floor of the temple is so filthy that it's covered in dirt and you know, general time type filth. And you do see footprints that lead down the set of steps to the south of the temple there. You see the opening to the temple. You see footprints. They are both large and small footprints.
And she'll point the footprints out to Penbear and where they go.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper and just like, I guess we can. That's all we can do for now.
Do we want to go down those steps, or do we want to get the rest of the party?
Whether I want or we should is two different questions. I think we need to go back to the ship. As much as I want to see my people, you know, I've been saying that we need to think things through before we act. I think this is the case right now.
Okay.
We'll need the whole group I think, at this point. We have no idea how many people are there. My whole village is there, so I assume there's a lot of gnomes. There's a king, I guess. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My face is really, yeah. I'm not great right now. But yeah, let's go back to the ship, I guess.
Saldana will start flying up and head with Penbear back to the ship.
Okay. I am trying to figure out how this works. There we go.
And I guess we'll know next week what's downstairs.
Yeah, y'all return to the ship, and you report in to the others. Caius, you are
No one's on the ship though.
after getting the tooth from the dragon remains. You managed to find food for your pet, your unnamed pet, to chow down on. It's a wild boar that it leaps upon and grabs with its front claws and devours it as you're sitting on its back.
Feels a little. He's definitely holding on for dear life, grabbing onto these feathers as his thing's moving around. But he finds that the experience was actually rather enjoyable, somewhat like a roller coaster ride. After he survived it, it was whoa, all right, okay, and then again, and yeah, just heads back to the ship with a bunch of meat.
Okay.
You hunted 600 pounds of it, but you could only carry 75 pounds of it back to your wagon.
Well, it's
Sorry, bad Oregon Trail joke. I'm sorry. Just keep it moving.
Knew what it was.
It's a 100-pound wild boar. So
I know. I'm just.
No,
I'm
I
just
got it.
we can move
I
on.
don't get
we
it.
can move on.
But it's not
it was-
unusual for me not to get it.
Text-based video games.
So, as Caius returns to the ship, there you go. Everybody seems to arrive back at the ship at about the same time. Yora, you see them coming first. Trius is near the front of the ship, watching, and you all see them arrive. And they are back at the ship.
I'm going to ask the griffin in front of me what its name is usually when people if it has a name, and I guess let Discord decide. So whatever the highest voted name is in Discord is the name of my bird next week.
That sounds so fun.
That's a slippery slope. Besides, you got a griffin named Griffin McGriffinface.
Peter Griffin.
That's literally what I just put in the chat.
Oh no! Versus the chicken. It laughs like that.
That's the only vote I see, so I think that won.
It's Discord. I didn't say,
Next
didn't say
week.
chat.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
Yeah, I
bummer.
said Discord, not
that's
chat.
not gonna be it.
So our mini,
McGriffin face.
Yeah. Do we want to finish our conversation to lead into it, or do we want to have that conversation next at the beginning of the next episode?
Let's do it next episode.
Okay. So, after a long night of sailing to this island and then discovering that Pembear's people have disappeared, presumably somewhere within beneath the temple there. You all feel the weariness of the day settle down upon you, and you get pretty sleepy. And you decide to rest for the night and discuss things in the morning. And that is where we will call it a night.
I don't think we're sleeping now.
Oh, yeah, we're not sleeping. No, we're gonna have a conversation, but we're just
So you
gonna
just-
do it next
yeah.
time. We don't have to end
Yeah.
on a rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could totally rest. I just hunted. I mean,
He's
go
Yeah.
for it.
It just feels really weird if like Penbear and Saldana were really worried about Penbear's people, came back and took a nap.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm definitely. I might rest,
Yeah.
but I'm definitely
Yeah,
not
but
sleeping.
we're not sleeping. Yeah.
Okay, so
that's
you
a
all
little
settle
too much.
down for some rest and
Yeah.
start talking, and that is where we'll end it.
Wild
Yep,
boar.
sounds good.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
Alrighty, and
You guys.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank everybody who watches us on Twitch and YouTube. And I want to thank you all for the support that you have given us. And we will see you, I believe we air next week, right? I
Yes.
don't
Yeah.
even remember.
Yeah, we have 2 more weeks.
Yep.
Awesome. So we will see everybody next week. Same bat time, same Griffin channel. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.